Well, fuck that up.
Vito let me down. Vito let me down.
Okay, God, that worked. Okay.
Vito is a cat raper, yet another shit take from a fat faker. Couldn't lift his own.
They can hear you,
he's
Crumb,
a
by the way.
backbreaker. Should
I know.
admit he's fucking gay. He's a shaft taker. Hey, yo, Vito is a cat rapist, playing with his pussy's pussy, making stupid faces. Pocket pussy in his pocket, and he's weirdly shaped. Wants to kill himself when he sees himself naked. Probably gonna kill himself cause he's bitch made. Based a character named Beck on his friend's face and paid the La Blue Girl guy to draw her getting raped. What the fuck? Comics fucking late, already collected pay, way beyond the due date. It's been 800 days. Any complaints about Eric July also apply to Vito Jizzwald with an eye. At this stage, more blubber than Guy. I'm afraid he'll lose his breath trying to get on stage. Watch him get distracted by this beat for days. Days turn to weeks as I nest in the brain, rent free till his next cat leaves. Vito let me down. He's not in the ground yet, but he still let me down, yes. Vito let me down. I did everything I could to put you on. Introduce you to a dick named Master Son. Vito's still alive, but I don't think for long. Vito's still alive, but I don't think for long. I don't think Vito will live long enough for SK2D live. But he obviously has a fatty lip. Obviously has a fatty liver. Vito's not a pedophile, but his comics are taking a while. But his comics are taking a while. But his comics are taking a while.
Yo, that was, of course, Can You Be was playing up next. Good sign for Young Clippa. Anyway, that was Young Clippa. ASC presents. Shout out Young Clippa. Go watch For Canon's Sake. That was Clippin' Rippa 3 featuring Trixie the Golden Witch. I'll sure shout out her. We love you, Trixie. Please come back. I'll do anything, Trixie, please. Anyway, Krem, what do you think of that banger from Young Clippa we just heard?
I think Vito let us down.
Vito did indeed let us down. And his comic sure did take a fucking while. It's still not physical, Krem. We don't have the physical edition.
That is true.
Krem, we have... God, I think God knows, but, even he might struggle with that one.
Vito did say today he did the black and white alongside the cover, which begs the question why we didn't get the color digital version as well as the black and white digital version if they were done simultaneously. But who knows? He just kind of says things now, so...
He just kind of says things now. Yeah, doesn't that say it all? But Krim, we have some breaking news today in the super chat section. I sent in for $5 US American dollars. I said, why does Vito keep a bar stool in his car? Which, by the way, let's tease that. Sorry, folks. Here we have a fan sent this in, Krim. Some fan went up and recorded the inside of Vito's car. We have the rest of the video. We'll play. But
does he have a bar stool?
Why the fuck does Vito have a fucking bar stool in his fucking car? Mint called it a car stool earlier. I thought that was quite good. But what does he need this for? Does
Dirk only have one chair?
Oh, you know what? That could be it. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's maybe just in case he has to wait in line for like 30 seconds at Target, maybe something like that too, Krim, because his little chicken legs.
It might be. He'd get that and be like, well, yeah, this is like the right buying decision instead of a camping chair. This is totally fine. Yeah, that sounds like something he'd do.
I'm just mad. He's either trying to beat the system, meaning he picked this up somewhere and thinks he can resell it. It was like on the side of the road, and he thought, I could sell this for $25 to someone. Or he literally just needs it because he's like disabled and so fucking fat that his legs can't hold him, and he needs it as like an emergency stool. But
you make a compelling point. I would not be surprised if he was like, "Ooh, a free stool. Does it actually have a like?" I can't quite tell because of the reflection if it even has a top on it. Like, did he just get the metal frame of a stool?
uh,
We'll have to zoom in on
no,
that
it
at some point.
yeah, we'll zoom in and enhance on it. But no, it does indeed. The fan told me it does have like a real, and there's another angle the fan got. It's got more leather. But guys,
Oh yeah. If I click on it, I can tell there's a circle there that's much different than the hand. I just could not tell, not full screened.
okay. But he hold Mondays says he holds the stool upside down to hold more magic cards. Yeah, that's probably it. To do more gambling. Anyway, so Vito didn't like the fact that this fan went to his property and caught him with his bar stool, and we'll review that whole video later. And so Schizo Sean, the humble Schizo Sean, sent in a super chat, and I said for $5 American, I said, why does Vito keep a bar stool in his car? Good question. What will Krim do to Vito's cats? Find out on tonight's After Problem. And I guess we'll bring this up too right now, Krim. Would you care to explain your behavior in the Discord? This is go ahead, Krim. Explain how you're gonna hurt Vito's cats, you animal, you psycho.
I'm gonna do the exact thing I said I was gonna do before he flipped out and started saying stuff like this. I'm gonna call them. That's it. There we go. Wow, amazing. I don't know how he got that from whatever I was saying, but it's totally unhinged. He's totally lost it. He's just like saying things, trying to take things out of context and bait people into some sort of weird clout. I don't know who he thinks he's appealing to here. That's gonna
Krim,
work out well for him.
Let's go. I'll go through it real quick, but let's just go through the tweet. So Vito tweets. He tweets, "The haters of my dumb indie comic book," meaning Krim. It's a screenshot of Krim in the Discord, but he means me too. His mortal enemy, Schizo Sean. Are now threatening to hurt my cats. What is wrong with people? Very feminine, passive-aggressive, social shamey bullshit. And then he posts a screenshot of, you read your post and I'll read Vito. So start with you.
Okay. Let me pull this up here so I can see it.
Oh my goodness. Folks, we're having more technical difficulties.
Okay. Here we go.
Krim fucking up.
So if I'm reading, it says, nope. And for saying that, you better watch out for your cats.
You're threatening animals now?
That's so I'm reading back up here. It says, yeah, calling my mom, I know, which I also didn't say I would do. I told him to stop inviting it into his life. I said that he should look forward to a lot worse than getting evicted. Because I don't know. It's not great. Once you get evicted, things are downhill from there.
These are separate things.
It's real hard to rent with a black mark on your lease. Yeah.
That's true.
You can cope all you like, but it's not convincing to anyone that matters.
Yes.
You're the one who had a panic attack at me after I told you what I was going to do.
Yes. Yes. And so Vito and Krim have been fighting like this.
Sorry. I was scrolling the wrong direction. My bad.
Krim has been shit talking Vito and saying he's gonna, and he will. He'll threaten. He'll evict him. He'll call his neighbors. He'll fuck with his dead friend.
I never said I was gonna call his mom. Who I said I would contact and will is his landlord, who he lied about. His neighbors, which there are at least 3 or 4 of that he also lied about, and said that they said things about you and a man in a bunny hood when you couldn't have possibly had a bunny hood on because he ambushed you and showed you where he lived before you could put the costume on. So his neighbors never would have seen a bunny hood. So there's that. So he's just like lying about what other people are saying. Almost like when Eric July said that the car wrap dealerships or the car wrap place said that Riley stunk and that they told Eric that. It's almost like this is just like an exact like series of steps that were laid out perfectly that anyone on earth could have avoided. And instead he just,
he stepped into the rake because he is the raked.
Every rake.
Every rake he has to step on. And so, yeah, Vito ends. Krim says hurting you is all that matters. And Vito says, and you'll hurt an innocent cat to do so. And then Johnny Rocket said, "You can't save them." He replied on Twitter, and I agree. Vito, Krim may have just been talking about calling your cats. I am gonna steal one of your cats, so you better keep them locked up, buddy. You better make sure that catio's real tight, because I'll be hitting it with some snip. I'm gonna snip your catio open and snatch one of those motherfuckers when you're not looking, Vito. So you better.
Multiple people
watch
after
out,
hearing
buddy.
multiple people after hearing the Q-tip story have said something similar, and I've seen
Yes.
them react similarly to it because it like weirds them out a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean,
We gotta rescue those fucking cats, dude. It's really an act of humanity. It's for their health. It's to get them out of an abusive sexual environment. And Vito raped me, so I know exactly how it feels.
yeah, gotta call those cats one way or the other.
Yes, and yes, and and Mondays chimes in and says, "I wish Vito would just ignore everyone talking shit, but he just can't do it." Well, he did try, and I sent in this super chat for $5. Why does Vito keep a bar stool in his car? What will Krim do to Vito's cats? Find out on tonight's After Problem, and here we are finding out. And Vito tried to skip this, and so Dick calls him on it when Vito just tries to ignore it. And here we go. Here's the clip.
Hey, you skipped Schizo Sean TV for 5. Why does
Ding
Vito
Dong
keep a bar stool
Fuggas
in
for
his car?
2, HH for the WW,
Oh.
Renoxus for 2. Thank you for not killing yourself, CF.
And so Dick obviously understands immediately it's a joke. He starts laughing, and Vito's just trying to smile through it. But it's like, bro, like, fuck you. I mean, what the fuck? Just trying to skip this shit, trying to blacklist us from the fucking show again, Krim. I mean, just despicable behavior. Fucking with the paying fans again. Thoughts, Krim? Do you have any thoughts on this?
I'm just sorry. I got distracted looking at Vito just being a total shithead in Discord all the time.
Many such cases.
He just like freaks out and says stuff and then pretends like he didn't, and then he just makes shit up. He just makes shit up the second things aren't going his way. Tries to drag other people into it, tries to make it about anything else except him and what he's doing or what he has done. Like, well, someone else did this or someone else did that or this other thing, or, well, my book's late and I've been telling you that it was going to come out every week for the last 8,000 weeks. And then EVS's book is late, but he's been consistent with updates and told you what's going on and what the progress is and how it's going, and been upfront and honest, and like people kind of know where it is and why it's taking time. Whereas Vito is like, well, I'm changing the colors and I don't want to talk about it and I can't tell you. And my audio is totally fucked. And actually my microphone wasn't even like plugged in, and it was facing the fan that I was trying to cancel out the noise of. And it was totally, everything was just completely fucked. And I was like, well, it's totally fine. I just did a video. I don't know why it's like this. It's fine. It's fine. It's better now, right? I'm still in a tunnel, but it's better now.
Yes, and Krim is of course referring to the fight during the intro of the show where Vito doesn't understand why his audio is fucked. And yeah, it turns out his fucking mic was towards the new air conditioner, the new loud air conditioner, and he had to twist it. It's like, Vito, you couldn't have figured this shit out. He's made this shitty fucking YouTube video about a Kobe Bryant trading card that sold for $13 million, which has like 300 fucking views. It's like pathetic. And it was just to shill his fucking Indiegogo campaign some more. Yeah, check that out if you haven't. His latest slop video on Vito too.
Oh yeah, it was going to be open for one more week, and then it was going to be now it's 2 weeks. It's a little unclear what's going on with this secondary campaign.
Well,
he has been very hush hush about it in the sense of what's actually happening. He hasn't said why he's running a second chance campaign, just that he is. He hasn't like, this is like the first time he actually talked about it, I think, on a real stream.
Yes. Well, it's like COVID. It's like, 14 days to stop the spread, 15 days to celebrate the EVS review, turns into a month, turns into 6 months. Just, it's the campaign that never ends, Krim. And why would it?
Well, he also sent EVS a copy without the cover on it. When he sent EVS his copy, it didn't have the title page on it at all. You can see it when EVS shows it, and then he pretended like he had no idea what he was talking about when asked about the version that he sent to EVS, which is obviously different from the version that we got or I got, and that you later obtained.
It's for pirated, yeah.
Just everywhere. Everyone has the link now. It's not like a secret link. It's just like a.
And please don't.
You know what? And it doesn't even matter because it's just like a lost media draft that's never going to get published. So it doesn't matter if it's pirated because it's not even the actual comic. Vito said so himself. It's not the final comic. Who cares if a draft leaks? It's just a draft. It's not like it's the real comic. It's not like it's the finished story. It's not like it's the finished anything. Who knows? Who knows what it is? Could be totally different.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, but
we'll never parts of it. Who knows?
We'll never. I'm sure. Well, maybe Vito will definitely turn on EVS at some point. So we'll probably find out then. So Battle of the Beards, Krim, and this is where Krim and I each pick a problem. The problem we think is going to win next week, and whoever gets to 5 wins first. The other person, the other co-host, has to shave half their beard and the other opposite half of their mustache. And this week, Krim, drum roll please. Nobody won. You chose Destiny's Dick. No one voted for Destiny's Dick. It wasn't on anybody's mind. I chose fucking up the launch. Neither problem wins. Womp womp. So Krim is still up 4-3.
Having to replace stuff is just a giant pain in the ass, I guess. Everyone can relate to having to replace shit because it's always gone. It's always something else. You got to find a new thing, research a new thing. A brand name has been absorbed, and now it's just Chinese crap, whereas before it was slightly less crappy from some other country that I don't care about. It's annoying. So it makes sense that one, I suppose. I thought Destiny's penis would be a bigger problem, but as usual, he's scathed by untouched, just like he probably will out of everything else. It's probably going to hurt H3H3 more. So there you go.
Yeah,
Destiny's Dick is going to fuck Ethan Klein. That's what's going to happen.
We can only hope, dude. Could you imagine that sex tape? Oh my God. Who would be the dom?
I mean, I probably could. I don't feel compelled to.
Well, it's not gay if it's in. It's not happening. I mean, it's just in your head, dude. Just chill out.
That's the gayest place something can be.
Well, except a dick in your ass. That might be a little more gay. Vito would know. We'll ask him. So we're still, Krim is still unfortunately up 4-3. And so Vito. Oh my, no, Krim. What is your problem of the week? I'll let you go first. I'll be gracious since we tied.
I was gonna say bed sheets as Vito tossed it in there, but his problem with bed sheets is totally psychotic. So I don't.
What do you mean?
Gonna get any traction?
Why do you think it's psychotic?
His problem with bed sheets is that they're not all flannel, or they're not all silk, or they're not all the same thread count, that they don't all have the same texture. It is the most autistic bedding thing I have ever heard. It's not like, oh, this one's too warm, or this one's less comfy, or that this one's more comfy, so I always get the more comfy one. It's that it's the same. And that them being different, and that it being a different experience when he goes to sleep is what's bothering him. It has nothing to do with what the sheet is made out of. It's just that it's the same sheet. That is absolutely, totally insane.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, yeah.
Manny Muskets makes a compelling point. That what Vito is actually talking about is the fact that he only owns a single bed sheet. He probably does not have a replacement bed sheet. He probably washes it and his other clothes and then wanders around his house naked and then puts that single bed sheet back on the rare occasion that he does change his bedding at all.
Oh, dude, how often do you think he washes his sheets? It's got to be once every 6 months, if that.
Well, it's got to be less often than he washes himself. So.
Oh, dude. Ew. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, and now apparently he's got a trans girlfriend, so they're getting all sweaty together. Dude, Vito's bed has got to be filled with. It's got to be a new ecosystem on its own. It's got to have new bacteria we've never heard of.
Maybe he's not bringing them there, and that's what the stool's for. Just sit down on the stool, get on my knees, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, the stool is that girl that he has, his girlfriend who he says he has sex all the time. They use the stool as a sex prop. That's really what it is. We cracked the code. Okay, so Krim, what problem are you picking? Drum roll.
The undercover cops at Burning Man. That's fucking ridiculous.
That was gonna be mine, Krim.
Yeah, it's like they're there to have fun, and you're arresting people not for like disturbing the peace and hurting people, but for like being high in the like. Yeah, it's just it's absurd. They should be going after violent criminals. Should do something about homeless people. I'd rather them harass shoplifters or something. That I see the local police sometimes post about how they stopped graffiti, but then there's like just a serial rapist running around town. So it's like, who cares about?
Well,
the
they left
graffiti
that to you.
Yeah,
You're
I
supposed
guess
to stop
so.
the rape, Krim.
Apparently, well,
You got to Krim pill that
it's-
guy.
there's a lot of it out there, especially in those homeless communities. It's pretty bad.
We got to start going. We got to start a series where we Krim pill the homeless on rape, bro. That'd be funny. Oh, Krim,
I'm pretty sure they know.
well, we'll teach them. We'll teach them if they don't know. Someone's got to. Krim. So Vito's talking, fuck the police, obviously. Yeah, everyone hates the police. But Vito's talking about how you never hear fucking in cold climates, the police are fine. It's the warmer climates. Vito, you ever heard of a guy called George Floyd? He died in Minnesota. Not a very warm climate. You didn't think of that one, did you, libtard? Not a very good libtard, brain on this fat guy. I don't know, Krim.
I'm trying to think of the last time I heard that meme, because it was never real, and it's always been stupid. The different heat temperature things. No, it's the place.
Well,
sucks.
police suck. Yeah, the police just suck anywhere. Like, yeah, I'd say.
The reason there's crime is because there's an incentive to do crime, and the reason there's an incentive to do crime is because the government is fucking everyone over. So. I don't know. It's just ridiculous that they're busting people for that. There's a weird one here where they stopped a guy for, I think he fell asleep driving, and then he answered the question weird and was just like, oh yeah, you're busted for drugs now, so you're going to jail forever. And he wasn't even like on drugs when he was driving. He just mentioned that he had done drugs like the week prior. Cops are just like way over the top with this shit. They're getting like good boy points for these drug busts. I don't know from who. Maybe it's just for the like jack off quota, not like an actual quota from the upper echelons. But they're doing it, and they're just like posting these stupid busts of like harassing teenagers who, if they're selling drugs, it's because their lives are totally fucked, because you can't like do anything anywhere because there's crime everywhere. So if you're going to do a business, you're pretty much just, your options are crime. And that's not like why crime exists, but it is certainly why.
Well, crime is kind of based.
They're certainly not doing anything about it. And that's the problem. There's the violent criminals. It's like a single-digit % of people doing all of the violent crimes in the whole world, or at least locally. And just do something about it. New York,
if we just kill those people, unironically, if you killed like the top 10 worst offenders, crime would sink like 50%. It's not even a joke.
It's crazy how true that is. It was less than like 30 people, I think, in New York that were responsible for over half of the shoplifting crime.
And we're just gonna kill them.
Well, that's how most people won't do anything. That's the thing that was preventing these things before. So when you get the little bit of ingenuity there, they just, they just go do it. They just like, oh, I can make a bunch of money shoplifting. I'm gonna go do this, and like then it works, and then it works again, and then you're like, well, what if I wasn't just like sneaking stuff in my pockets? What if I just took it straight from the truck before it even gets here? What if I just take the whole truck? Are they even gonna do anything? Probably.
What
not.
if you scam old people out of money through gift cards? Thoughts?
I think that's a lower tier crime than even our worst federal prisoners. That sounds like the kind of crime you would only find in India, in fact.
Yeah.
I think for some reason people don't want to scam old people. Like, there are industries obviously dedicated to it. Every commercial you see on TV is in this like super loud monotone voice telling you to sign up for their Medicaid, Medicare sponsored thing that they get for free, that they get a government kickback if you sign up for. We have a whole system designed around exploiting old people. And unfortunately, we're not exploiting them on a citizen level. They're just getting their money taken from them, and then they're taking all of our money and warping the medical system around them, and then it just screws everybody. It's bad. It's bad system. It's bad system.
We should kill them.
But for some reason, normal people don't usually want to do that. So that's why it's like phone scams and shit. Because like otherwise you could just walk up to a grandma and be like, "You're my grandma." I was like, "Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't visited for like 2 years. I like you didn't like forget me already, did you?" And then just like cut out pictures of you and put you in all their photos and gaslight her. And then you'd be like, "There's a reason people don't do that, even though you
Or
can just lie to anybody." And it's not
Prim,
because it's hard. It's
you could
because
al-
it's like makes you feel bad and it's super duper illegal.
well,
And I
Krim,
think it's the first one for most people because you could just do that.
Well, Krim, you could also walk up. This works too. A lot of people don't want you to know this, but this works too. If you walk up to an old person and you just do this, you go, "Give me all your fucking money right now." They'll give you all. Most of the time, they will give you their money. It's a trick. The banks do not want you to know.
Yeah, banks don't like that trick. Cops can go either way on that trick. It depends on the area. You know, if you're a Burning Man, they'd probably let you do it and then take the guy's drugs instead.
Yeah, as long as you're sober, they don't care.
Yeah, as long as you're sober, you can rob old ladies, but no reefers for anybody. Straight to jail.
No reefer madness. Yes. Speaking of people who should be put in jail, libtard shooters. That's my problem because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Everyone hates fucking libtards and like trans. It's like cool to hate on trans now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the audience
shift.
Yeah, I mean it was a long time coming. But yeah, libtard shooters. I'm going with the libtard shooters. All reliable. That'll probably end up fucking me, but you know, what are you gonna do? Next, but you know, I'll get to skip a week because next Friday I'm gonna be at the Content House, the WATP Content House. I will be live reporting. First Clipperverse live report in person from the Calcoons, I think. But yes.
Wait, is that different than the Chrissy Mayer Content House?
That's the same one. I'm going to be right there.
Same Content House. Okay.
And guess what? Gino Visconti is going to be at one of the shows I'm at. Adam Bush. So yeah, I will be live reporting from that, guys. So
are you gonna film Gino again and be like, "Hey Gino, I'm filming you"?
Yes, of course. I'm going to make content with Gino. Of course, I have to. Him and I are buddies, dude. Of course. No, I'm as
weird conversations with him. Yeah. That Content House, I don't get it, but I also don't really largely understand like parasocial. Like, I understand them conceptually. I don't understand why people do them. I don't. That's
why I'm gonna thrive because I've lived in like nothing. I've lived with nothing but like parasocial relationships for literally like a decade at this point. Krem.
Now you can go visit all the ghosts in your head all at one place.
Yes, that's what Hackamania was. That's what this is. That's a perfect. Yeah, all the ghosts in my head finally become real for a couple hours. But yes, no, that's gonna be great. So look out for that. I wish Aaron Imholt was there. And so Krem. Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. There's shows. I'm gonna be, I'm sure, drinking and partying with people. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about these fucking Labubu's that Vito. These like knockoff like lolly boo boos that Vito's fucking
Nori.
Yeah, they're called Nori.
His Rory toys? Is that what they were?
Well, they're lolly boo boos, and I looked it up. It's Nori, and they're literally like Dick said. I mean, these are, yes, maybe this is technically a character who's like in college, but they're definitely modeled the same way as the high school one. These are very clearly like, not to be crass or vulgar, but these are like cum tribute dolls for like for guys like Vito to get get their rocks off on the idea that they're coming on a small high school girl, not to be crass or anything.
He knew what set the one Dick was talking about was from when Dick brought it up.
Yeah, he was immediately like, no, that's the high school set. I made sure I didn't get that one because I didn't want to look like a creep.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time parsing that one. It's very odd. Yeah, it's just well, and then he like talked about like the interchangeable, so I guess like their heads come off like Lego or something. And he said he wants to make a toy like that, but it doesn't sound like he has an idea for a toy like that. He doesn't have something like, oh, this would be cool with these interchangeable parts like micro machines or whatever. Those weren't interchangeable, but like whatever little fiddly bits were there. He just seems like he likes the idea of it and then has nothing to fill it in with. It seems It
He-
seems kind of backwards.
He just wants to make like crap. He just wants to make a bunch of crap. And it doesn't even matter if it's about like his properties like Super Killer. He just wants cheap plastic toys from China that he can try and shill on people. And dude, his plan was, well, I can just go to comic book stores and sell Super Killer 2 comic books at a time across the nation. It's like he literally does just want to like shill garbage to other nerds. That's his dream job, Krim.
Or Johnny Appleseed, but he leaves like plastic trash everywhere he goes.
Yeah. He
This will be really
pollutes a Funko
valuable one
Pop.
day, guys.
Yeah, and it's just gambling. These are gambling too. You know, it's a 1 in 144 chance you get the starry, sparkly one. It's just another outlet for his compulsive gambling.
That's right.
But,
Have you opened, what are they called? The Boo Boo, the BBs, the
No,
La Boo Boos?
I yet to have.
I thought it was some like racist black meme because the only one I saw was my friend sending me a blackface picture of one. I haven't seen any other ones.
Dude,
And
a
the name is just so-
blackface
I did-
Labubu.
I was like trying to get dressed and stuff. I didn't even see what they look like if they got pulled up on stream. I actually don't know what they are supposed to look like.
Oh, they're just like, they have like a little face and they're like fluffy and they have like rabbit ears. They're kind of like monsters, and they're small and there's got a clip on them. Women love, you know, it's just like a tchotchke.
So Dick said that they had their own uniqueness to them, even in the common ones. So does that mean that they're like Spinda, the Pokemon that has like a random spot pattern that has like 65,000 different configurations it can be in?
Yep.
And so they all have like Vitiligo in a different like pattern or something.
Yep. Exactly. Yes, they're like Uncle. They have an Uncle Ruckus one that says the N-word. Yes. No, dude. Yeah, it's just like more, you know, just cheap crap for women to buy. But I like that. Krim, you pointed this out. Dick was subtly trying to get Vito like hooked on Labubu gambling.
Each one's unique, even the common ones. You really
should
got to
buy
do
one.
this,
And,
Vito.
yeah, you got to find out, man.
I got this little fox dude from a little blind box. He's got like a little Sonic burger from Sonic, which is pretty much a dead restaurant now. This is a cool little fox. Got that.
That's cool.
One of those. Yeah,
that's cool.
Little blind box things. And then I've got this Beyblade blind box as well. That or maybe it's a blind box. I think it is.
Are you gonna open it live on the After Problem, Krim?
I think so.
Oh my goodness!
Is a specific one. I don't actually know. I thought I grabbed the blind box one. Plastic-free packaging. So it even looks like someone taped it back closed. Let's see here.
Oh, Krim. Oh my
goodness.
Yeah,
this is definitely a return. All these things are loose. There's no bag. This is wrapped in paper that's obviously not the paper it came in.
Did Vito ship this to you? Is that why it's like a system beater?
It was 36% off, and then I think I got another 50%. I think this was like $2.50, and that's why I bought it. It was $2.50. We've got the instruction guide still here, but and this paper, this doesn't. I mean, you could maybe
make $10 off of that or something, Krim. I don't know. There's always money to be made with these things, as Vito has taught us over and over again.
I got this.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa. Here up the top.
W.
I just realized just now that this particular line does not come with a launcher of any sort. So you gotta. That's neat. So this goes in here somewhere. Like this. I don't know how Beyblades go together anymore. They're too complicated for me. I've been outmoded. I can no longer play with Beyblades. I'm too stupid.
Too old. You're unk now.
Yeah. I'm too janky. Too dumb. Too dumb for Beyblade.
Krim, while you're putting that together, think about this. I already gave Vito a fucking custom Labubu, dude.
You did.
You did,
and he just he totally ignored it.
He
ignored your super chats. He just ignored everything. He's just like totally.
Oh fuck!
Totally botching.
That thing's got to be worth some money now. It's part of the show's lore now. What the fuck? Would you? By the way, I want my property back. I want my fucking Labubu of you back, Vito. I want my Vito Labubu back. Okay.
Can officially confirm
I'll
that
trade you.
Beyblade Burst Quad Strike is too advanced for me to do without looking at how it's actually supposed to be put together.
Krim is fucking up the Beyblade. Like he fucked up the bingo again for the third week in a row. This is why Krim can't hold a fucking job because he's a terrible employee.
Fucking pass out and die every day instead. But I did
one
have
job.
I've got
fucks
part
up
of it
everything.
Done. Hopefully,
Yeah,
I can keep getting it done. We'll see how
and
that
he has
works
part
out.
of every week. Oh, I have part of bingo done. Yeah, we'll get there in week 52. Week
Yeah.
300 or no 831, just like
Look,
Vito.
guys,
That's the
I just
stream.
need $100,000, and then I can
Yeah.
get you the bingo a lot faster.
Yeah, we need to start a Indiegogo for after problem bingo. But also, I would like to point out that Manny Muskets sent in a super chat about Vito hosting his show, The Most Importantest, which is great, by the way. Check out Most Importantest with Manny Muskets and his libtard buddy Steve. But he didn't even know what the fucking show was. Like, he doesn't know what supposedly one of his best friends' show is. Like, I know Manny Muskets. I'm a fan too. I watch The Most Importantest, but Vito can't even be fucked to know the name and go along and pretend. And, it's just some real cum fart poop ass stuff,
He doesn't know. It really is. He doesn't know what anyone's doing ever, and it's to like a weird extent. No one has clipped Manny Muskets and sent it to him, so I guess it just doesn't exist because I don't think he is capable of watching a full thing. I haven't gotten any like indication that he's watched a full anything in ages. We have a Beyblade here. It's from the Beyblade Burst series, so they're made to like get hit and then like fall apart very easily. So there you go. Let it rip.
Wow. Incredible things are happening here at the after problem. That's cool though.
Sorry, I'm just trying to not read Super Killer. I don't like. I like playing with this stupid Beyblade toy without a launcher that I can't even launch into a stadium. Is just a little bit better than. It's just like annoying. It's just like there's just these little. Anyway, continue. What are we looking at here? What do we got?
So we're looking at the playboard for the biggest problem in the universe, and Krim, the revenue is fucking fucked, man. I mean, you go from 585 to 427. You hit 241, and that was episode 199. We hit 990, of course, almost 1,000 because it's episode 200, big celebratory show, and then we drop immediately to 209, which is lower. It's lower. So the show is like fucking dying. Like, what the fuck? That's like insane, dude. Krim,
is there a longer term graph? Can we look at the?
Yeah. Yes, there is a. Well, maybe not. I have not used it. Well, this is weeks, so here you go. Here's a little bit longer. So yeah, 585, 241. Oh no, this is basically what we just looked at. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. I had noticed that it had gone down here and there. There's a dip where Vito upped the price. I know that one's on there somewhere. I'm not sure entirely where it is on there.
Yeah, well, that's also the Patreon. The Patreon's like in free fall. And I will say, like, man, I don't like to see that, but I do. But anyway, the point being, the show is fucking dying. You seeing it? We showed the playboard.
Well, I don't want less viewership on the show, and I don't want the show to die. I just
want Vito to die.
Yeah, I just kind of wish Vito would just.
Because Vito let me down.
Yeah, I just wish Vito would stop letting me down. Actually, that's
for
exactly
real.
it. I wish
just
Vito...
stop letting us all down, you motherfucker. Deliver our physical copy of Super. Which is there anything else before we move on to your sort of EVS clip and all that? Is there anything else about the show you'd like to say, Kremkul?
Let me look through my notes here. These Nori toys, they look like shit. Vito wants to make one, has no idea what he wants to make of it. Shitty delivery is kind of annoying. I haven't had it in a while, but it did kind of peak back up again. I have people leaving packages just in the driveway on the cement and not like 4 feet forward more on the porch.
What race are the people?
I don't know. I haven't. I need to
come on.
I need to install security footage in more places, I guess.
Yes, and then we can make content out of it. Think.
I'll try to think next time. When I was living out in the woods, though, I did have once that they got annoyed. I think that they had to come out that far, and they just tossed the package into the bushes, which was very annoying. It wasn't the bushes, though. I did get the package. It wasn't like lost. It was in the bushes.
Yeah, shitty delivery.
Yeah. I already yelled about Vito's sheets being totally fucking insane.
Having Vito's sheet. He has one. He has a sheet.
Yeah, Vito's sheet problem, not issue with sheets. It's just one. The pre-show. He couldn't admit that the microphone was fucked up. He just wouldn't say that it was fucked. It had to be some other thing. It's like, oh, it was only kind of messed up. No, completely messed up. If it's not working right, it's not working. That's
just admit you have a
how
problem.
Things work.
Yeah.
But
you know,
he can't. He really can't. He does that with a lot of stuff.
Just lets you down.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Beyblade.
Krim finally got the Beyblade to work. Hallelujah.
Yeah, Beyblades. All right. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Krim is dead this episode. By the way, folks, Krim is currently deceased. He is.
Digimon.
Digibro Trixie. No. Oh, okay. So Krim, do you want to play the video first or go over the comments that EVS made first? Which one?
The video is Katie, correct?
Yeah, Katie and EVS commenting, and he's scrolling through Twitter and sees your comment on twitter.com there.
Oh, that one. What was that one about? I think that was about the failing audience on the Eric July.
We do have the best trolls.
This one?
Because I think that they're funny.
The Rippaverse wiki.
Oh, yes. Okay. We'll start the clip over. All right, but yes,
it is genuinely a good wiki. It's well put together. He did themes for all the different books. He went through and like cross-reference things. He did like a real good job structuring it and putting it together and like doing all that like basic footwork that you need for a wiki to be functional going forward if other people do join. I just don't unfortunately think there's enough community momentum of people who actually like do things over at the Rippaverse.
No.
They're very insular with their stuff.
Incestuous, like the Saska sisters, who have worked with Lucifer Valentine. Look up the Reckless Ben documentary about Lucifer Valentine. The Saska sisters and Katie Didd are in it. Also, like and subscribe if you're watching. But anyway, so yes, this is EVS talking.
Reckless Ben, was that guy's name? He did a real deep dive to find that guy. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Just found his apartment.
Okay, so here's EVS. We'll let EVS talk.
And then here's Young Clippa. There are no fans of the Rippaverse left, and the bullying won't stop until there are even less than that. Bunny, there are no fans left, and the bullying won't stop until there are even less than none. Yeah. What is less than zero? I mean, that's like that's not a lot, man. If there are fewer than zero. Crimsel here says the Rippaverse wiki is actually the best designed Rippaverse website. Lol. I'll choose to take this as a compliment. It genuinely is. You know what you're doing. I love Crimsel. He is a friend of Schizo Sean and this whole crew. We do have the best trolls because I think that they're funny.
Dude, EVS thinks you're funny. Thinks I'm funny. The whole crew is funny, dude.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Krim?
I think that he is correct. The that whole crew there, I don't know. The he's having some trouble with the negative fans. That's what my brain's stuck on. Where did I put that? Here we go. Here's a clip about that. If you don't understand how you have less than 0 fans, maybe this will enlighten some people.
You to anti-support people you don't like.
Yeah,
attack their fan, make fun of their fans, and make them feel bad. And stupid and small.
That's good advice.
If you had any like haziness on what was meant by less than 0 fans, maybe that'll illuminate things for you a little bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you can, like what we're doing with Vito, we're banking it so his old fans turn into his haters, right? So we're just giving him less than 0 fans. What is this, Crimkle?
Dick mentioned it on the show. I had to censor it a little bit. It's a classic Robotnik comic. Just there's no cake.
Read it, Crimkle.
Oh, you said there'd be cake. It's right there. God damn, are you fucking blind? Stop shouting. Where's the cake, Eggman? Just take a slice. You double. We'll never really know how.
Does he say nigga? Does he say nigga? Is that supposed to be the?
Well, his name does start with a hard R. So.
Oh, so nigger is what?
Yeah, that's the one. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
That was thank you.
In case anyone missed that and didn't know what a Robotnik comic was, you can go climb a wall of dicks. Oh, okay.
Oh
That's
no!
fine then.
I have to climb a wall of dicks now. What the fuck? All right. So, oh yes, let's read those EVS
Did I
comments
freeze?
now,
There we go.
right?
Oh yeah, you got the yeah. So this is on
Yeah. So, Krim, if you would like to.
Yeah, Katie did post some clips on her members only section of the channel. I was gifted a membership while watching, I think, one of these Lucifer Valentine documentaries that document it's a serial abuser using cult-like tactics and, fake pseudo fame to recruit young women that are vulnerable and exploit them. It's very unfortunately typical. I don't know. I don't really have a lot. I have a lot to say on it, but none of it means anything, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is Katie's clip of our show where she was saying that Vito's like lame and sucks and is a loser, and said that Mandy Summers was late and compared himself to her, that Dick tried to explain to him on one of the shows, and he just was not getting it. And EVS comments on there that Vito owes everyone apologies and that he didn't know about this and that Vito has real problems.
And
so
yeah.
this is after he posted his super killer review that I think Vito also mentioned on the show.
Yes, and hopefully this gets brought up in the Dick and EVS review that Vito owes everyone an apology, including me, Vito, and Mint. You still have not apologized to Mint. I'm your mortal enemy. I'm okay, but Mint absolutely deserves an apology, Vito, you fat fucker. Stop singling her out when you apologize to literally everyone else. It's fucking retarded. Stop.
Yeah. Do try to keep in mind that everyone else also is playing a very different game than I am, despite the rules being very similar. And apologies I don't care about them at all. You need to fix what you did. And you got to figure out what it is to do that. And it's been clearly explained to you. So you better figure that riddle out.
Yeah, well, he never will. He'll keep fucking around until he finds out whether it's me or someone else. But Krim, the moment has come, the moment everyone's been waiting for, the Vitomobile. Oh boy, a fan sent this video in, Krim, and you can see this fan has started to step on what appears to be Vito's property early in the morning, Krim. Very interesting. And so he's walking. You can see this is very clearly the gripe image. Oh, we have Vito's car and his license plate, which I don't endorse. The fan didn't cut it out, but I don't really care.
What can you even something?
It's public.
That's private, but what is it even
good
for? I don't know.
I don't care. My shit got leaked during the Eric July stuff. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. This is Vito's
car window.
Yes, it's very dirty, which is odd for someone like Vito. This is indeed Vito's property. This is his vehicle. And
no. In the sense that vehicle is Vito's property. That's correct. That vehicle is Vito's property. But I think we can clearly see in the reflection that he is not actually on Vito's property at this point in the video.
Yes. And so this fan, and like you said, Krim, the windows are fucking dirty because Vito just can't clean to save his life. And to the right of this is, by the way, the infamous tarp that has all the unshipped Vito stuff, which the fan may or may not have made a second video, with that tarp. I don't know. He hinted at that, this fan, when he sent it in. But anyway, so this fan goes up, and you can see here, Krim. You can see at the back here, there's another Funko Pop. Can you see that, Krim?
Oh my God!
There's another.
It is nice that they have such like a distinct shape that no matter how little of a Funko Pop package or even a Funko Pop you catch, it's like Funko. You can it's there.
It's good branding. It's great branding.
Plus, it's probably at least 30% of his car.
Yes, absolutely. But yes, we have the car stool here for sex to have more magic cards. Who the fuck knows? But yes, the fan keeps going here, and yeah, I mean, it's just the bar stool and a whole bunch of other crap in the back here. We got the side angle, and again, I mean, nothing else kind of to write home about, Krim. Do you see anything else in this sort of this back area?
It mostly just seems filled with like trash.
Yeah, just trash. It's literally just like cardboard trash. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. I like that, and the bar stool's in the back, so ease of access. Like it's just easier with that door all the way up. And when Vito
Yeah.
uses it to, I don't know, fuck his trans girlfriend or something. Well, someone should really figure it.
Whatever
Yeah,
whatever he's
Music
doing
Man.
in there.
Music Master makes a good point. There might be kids in there. I mean, yeah, the cardboard maybe is moving a little bit, like someone's breathing. I don't know. We'll analyze that later. We'll send it over
Yeah,
to
it's
the
a pretty
FBI.
big van. So
This Honda Element. And then again, in the second back seat, I mean, it's kind of hard to see because of all the fucking dust, but yeah, there's just like garbage. There's just garbage upon garbage. I mean, I can't really tell what that is. It's just
it
more
looks like
cardboard.
it's literally just filled with trash.
Yeah, well,
like
there's
it.
like a Toyota, and his car's a Honda, so I don't know what the fuck he's doing. It's a Honda Element. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with it, like a Toyota box, a Toyota manual. Like Vito probably thought he could sell it off on someone or something. I don't know. Oh, but
Did
yes,
he-
and go ahead.
Did he buy the wrong manual? Did he like pick up the book? It's like, I'm gonna fix this, like one of my video game consoles, and then it was like 4 cars ago, and now he doesn't even have the car anymore, but he still has the book in the back of his new Honda Element.
Yeah, but he keeps it around in case he runs into that car, he rents it or something. He's like, you'll never know. You never know when you'll need it. Yes, it is a dusty ass car. It Transylvanian Jack. It's dusty. And the fan told me, like, yeah, it was not well kept, and the rest of the garage isn't faring much better. But so the fan keeps going here. And by the way, anyone who's accusing me of being this person, okay, this person has a hat on. I'm bald. If I'm fucking bald. So it's not me, Krem. Anyone who's mistakenly thinks that's me. But so here we have the money shot. Here we have the old pilot station of the Vitomobile. The pit. So we have what looks like some body spray, probably because of I told him he smells bad. So he probably keeps that in there now because he's very cognizant of his body odor. Some more trash. It looks like some fast food trash. And then, of course, the money shot, Krim, the fucking Mother's Milk Funko Pop just sitting. The other one we don't know in the back, but yes, he keeps one of the Mother's Milk Funko Pops in the front with him.
You can see it right there. What is that too? Oh. Can you go back a little bit?
I
go
got
back.
You.
How accurate?
Let me see.
That appears to be like a grocery store food container that would have like cookies or baked goods or.
I can't.
I think I just want cookies.
But...
It could have potentially had a sandwich or something normal.
Where are you talking about, Krem? Where
that red thing in the middle of it? What is
in
that?
the mid? You mean on the seat?
Like mid frame, yeah, on the seat.
That's like spray deodorant. That's like deodorant in a can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Old Spice spray deodorant.
Okay.
So yes, we'll keep going here, and yes, it's the Mother's Milk that he kept getting in Vito's booty. He has for some fucking reason, he keeps on his card. My theory is that he likes to look at it as he jerks off in his car. No, it's because I think he was driving back from Dick's home one day when he won that as a prize, and he just left it in his car because he's a lazy piece of shit. That's my theory. I would like to put a bounty on that, though. Someone could get that. That'd be great. Get Vito to sign it.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can make out the actual barcode on here, but Vito did mention he doesn't use his receipt coupons anywhere he goes. So if you can figure out what store that's for, you can just steal his Catalina coupons from the bottom of the receipt. That's not a Catalina coupon; it's just on the bottom of the receipt. It's a different thing. But anyway, he's also clearly got this little food container right next to it.
Yes, he was probably eating Chipotle recently. Yes, you can see the discarded remains of some poor fast food meal. But so we keep going. That's the money shot, though, is just all this trash. And yeah, you can see it more clearly here. This fucking dude, and there's like stains all over. Oh, dude, look on the side here, on the side of the seat. I don't think that's the reflection next to the cap of the spray deodorant. I think that's just a dirt stain on his fucking seat.
You're probably right. Oh my god, this is
disgusting, Vito. You're a disgusting human being. And you need to be purged from the internet, bro. What the fuck, man? So I mean, that was the big reveal. Was this?
You know
fan...
what? It's not as bad as his house.
That's true. Well, and eventually, when Vito's gone, this fan might break into his home and steal his cats and get an inside look at just how terrible it is. I wish Tony from Hack the Movies did it. Alas. Despite that big head of his, that idea never popped into his brain. But Krim, so another fan did an AI generated edit of this footage already, and I thought we should know that. So of course, this is the same footage, and here we go. Another fan sent this in. All right. Yes, yakety sax. Very good. Very good. But yeah, shout out to that fan. They may have gotten up to some other shenanigans while they were on Vito's property. They may have gotten a little sneak peek of that tarp. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see. But yeah, shout out to that fan. We love you. Keep up the good work. We all love you here at the After Problem. So yes. Krim Cole has died. Oh God, Krim, no!
Is it?
Krim,
Okay,
don't do it. Coof would be
it's
so
working.
disappointed.
Okay, it's working. Great. Okay, put that away.
Guys, geez, too much violence this episode.
No, Sean's frozen. I might
Oh
have
my
to
God,
bring him back out.
Vito was
Oh, no,
asleep.
okay.
Am I frozen? Can you hear me, Krim Cole? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
I don't know if that's on my end. I'm pulling up my. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I think we're back. I think we're both
Okay.
back.
Hold on, I'll check the fucking stream. Hold on, vamp for me, Krim.
Vamp.
We need to
I'm
vamp.
back.
We need to talk about anything that
I
isn't.
might have to. I don't know.
Yes, we're good. No more vamping. Vampires be
cool.
gone. Crisis King. Okay.
I gotta restart Adobe.
Okay. But yeah, Music Master asks Sean, where was Vito? Vito was asleep because I got there. Well, excuse me. No, I didn't get there. What am I saying? I'm tired. Excuse me. The fan got there at like 7:30, 8 o'clock when Vito definitely would have been sleeping, and Vito definitely checked his cameras later. So. But yes, I wish I could take credit for that. But anyway, is there anything else, Krim? Anything else before we play a bumper? And then after that, after the we'll have a little bit of a bumper, and then we'll come back and do the Super Killer review. But anything else before we end the show, the official end of the show?
I guess I can just open the review portion with that one. Let me make sure that's actually working. Yeah, I think that's about it. We picked our problems. Do you remember which one I picked so that my brain actually has it? It was the cops. It was the cops. Fucking cops.
And
goddamn cops.
I picked libtard shooters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think that's that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, folks, this video is about 3 or so minutes long. We'll be back after this brief intermission.
Arnell says, I don't like Schizo Sean. I'm not sure why. He just seems off. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's in the name.
Yes, you must
Ding-dong,
get crim pilled
Buggas.
at the After Problem. You must.
Yeah, you must.
This is the most important thing that happened this week.
Yes, it's most important because Fred did the show, Schizo Sean TV.
All right, heck yeah! Shout out Schizo Sean TV.
Yeah, the guy who you don't like because he called you a libtard.
Well, a Schizo Sean is schizo, so like only one of his voices called me a libtard.
It's true.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so he's forgiven. He is a friend of the show.
Friend of the
W.
show.
Did you see that Schizo Sean TV went to his like weird Stonies meetup?
Yes,
That was pretty
we
funny.
definitely watched that. Schizo Sean is a hero.
How much do you think Schizo Sean it would cost for him to eat the baby's umbilical cord when it falls off?
He would do it for free.
No, then he would have part of me in him at all times. I don't want that forever. I don't want that.
Well, he would do it for free because he's down. He's a funny guy, man.
True.
I'm having my son, and the biggest problem verse is melting down. Reddit has been stormed. Vito has had to defend his property once again, or someone's property. It's obviously not his, but get off my property. Well, your property's maybe it's over. Schizo Sean's explanation of it was great. I don't know. I think your property's probably like right there.
His magic cards are inside of someone else's property.
I'm like, man, why did you go outside? If you're gonna go outside, you gotta flatten them. If you're gonna go outside, you gotta bust out like the Kool-Aid Man and go boom, and just run him over.
He
right?
did in the second time. When he came back out with his hat on, then he came out all fast.
Then he came out pissed, grabbing phones. Don't grab phones, grab necks, Vito. Don't be grabbing phones.
No.
Right, grab their fucking neck, choke them out.
He
Stop
said
being
rub
such a
nips.
pussy.
Yeah.
Stop rubbing your nipples.
He was about it, man.
Pulls pants off. You know what? That's what, if I was Vito, I would have pulled Schizo Sean's pants off and taken the pants back in my house. He'd be, what's he gonna do? He's ass naked, running around San Gabriel, ass fucking naked. You can't call an Uber. Leave him his phone. What's he gonna do? Take a fucking selfie of the guy who got his pants pulled off and stolen? He's breaking into my fucking house, officer. I don't know what he's talking about, pants, right? And you shove the pants in. I mean, this is just basic stuff. What are you thinking?
I think he gave Schizo Sean his new goal of pulling Vito's pants down. It's going to be a pants war.
Guys, pantsing is back, baby! I'm like Jay Jameson, Spider-Man. I got $100 for Vito's pants. You send me Vito's pants, I give you $100.
Oh, hit the
Yeah!
All right, Krim, are you ready? Are you ready for the Super Killer Review Part 2? The next 20 pages and the last 10 pages we'll save for maybe not. I will not be here the next, obviously, show because I will be at the Chrissy Mara Content House. So we're hopefully, this is unconfirmed, we're hopefully going to get Tony from Hack the Movies to host the show, Krim, not Frog Tony. So maybe the week after that, we'll finish the Super Killer Review. Krim? Oh, fuck. Krim, I can't hear you. You're muted. Krim? Krim, you're muted. Oh,
Hello.
no. Oh, okay. Krim, you were muted. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just trying to get Super Killer back open. I have to actually, I will have to attempt to contact Tony
Yes.
after the show.
Good old Tony. We love Tony from Hack the Movie. Shout out him.
Will this not open in Adobe? God, fuck you, Adobe.
We also love Frog Tony. You know, we rag on you, Frog Tony, but we love you, buddy, okay? You're part of the Dickverse. You're one of us. We need you. We need you against the fight against Vito. Your froggy abilities. And, you know, it never hurts to have more than one Tony on the team. That's what I always say, Krim. You still have Vito's yearbook, right? That's confirmed?
Yeah, I have his senior yearbook. Theoretically, I have the junior yearbook as well, but I've not actually sought out his particular photo in it yet. There are several things. It largely seemed like a repeat of what was in his blog, but
still interesting. We'll make it bonus content or something.
Yeah. There's something there. I don't know how immediately obvious it is, but you know. We'll see there. Okay.
We'll make sure the people know. It has to not be lost to history.
If there's anything funny, we'll definitely let everyone know for sure. Snap page.
And so yes, the next 20 pages. If everyone remembers, we are currently at the bank robbery, and Super Killer has just done the bank robbery in the name of Muslims, basically. He shouts Allahu Akbar, very hilarious. And then the bank has now activated its insurance claim to have Midman or whatever the fuck, Meteor Man.
I believe it is Meteor Man.
Show up and stop Super Killer from robbing this place so he can shoot him and kill him with a fucking Vito's gun that he only chose to make toys out of, because that's Vito's only goal in life, is to sell cheap Chinese crap to people, and that's all Super Killer really was a grift for. Ultimately, it wasn't for the love of the game. I don't even think Vito cares about the art or the story or anything. It's literally just what's the easiest way to sell cheap crap to man children.
That's not fair. I think he did care about the story. I think he did care about the manuscript. I think that when he originally wrote this, before he did all these weird, absurd micro edits to completely atomize everything and separate it from every other part, I think that he had like an idea in his head that almost worked. I think that with the Superman, he like wanted it subverted, but he didn't want to, but he still wanted all of the tropes to be there to work with. but you can't exactly do both. Like a lot of the meta elements feel very muddy.
It's a good
And
way
that's
to put it.
including the fact that the lunchbox on the first page isn't the lunchbox that you get if you back this issue of Super Killer for some reason. I don't know why. I don't really. That's still the most baffling part to me, is that it's not the right lunchbox. The gun, the traced gun that's at the wrong angle that should have been drawn in. That's weird. It's really weird. People have been talking about that one. Vito's insistence is like, well, everyone like traces stuff, but it's like, but you're not.
It's not but it's not like you're just ripping it off. Like you're not using it as a reference point. You're just fucking ripping it off, dude. There's no ingenuity there. Again, it's just to have something in there that is merchandise. It's like that infamous, like, did you know George Lucas took the merchandising rights when he made Star Wars? It's like that whole deal. It's like Vito is just focused on the merch to.
Yeah, Music Master's right. At least Eric can make comics of color.
Comics.
Speaking of Music Master, I've got his video that is called, I was just fucking looking at it, the Dick Masterson cut. There we go. Let's play that out before we pull up Super Killer.
Earth has 3,483 super-powered individuals. But I only have one target, Meteor Man. He is the lone survivor of the planet Krim. The fight won't be easy. He has flight, invulnerability, super strength, quick healing, heat vision, and super speed. I am Sam the Super Killer. Armed with my antimatter pistol, I can take out any superhero. I also have regeneration and fighting skills. I belong to a league of super killers. We eliminated heroes for profit. This is Beck. She works as a waitress in a diner. Even as a child, she wanted to be a superhero. She reminds me of my old partner Katie did. She perished during a mission. Beck ends up becoming my new sidekick. I will stage a bank robbery to lure Meteor Man in. I use the antimatter gun on Meteor Man. Meteor Man is wounded and he flees. I did some research and found out Snap Sullivan was his friend. I interrogated him and found out his weakness is meteorium. I then blew his brains out. I set a trap for Meteor Man. I used Beck as a pretend hostage to lure him in. I guess he is back for round 2. Meteor Man gives quite a wallop. I pull out the meteorium. This weakens Meteor Man. Bye-bye, Meteor Man. Meteor Man. Terminated.
There you go.
Yeah, that about sums it up. It's a lot quicker. That was like a minute instead of, I don't know. It takes a little bit longer than a minute to get through Super Killer.
But if time flies,
it takes a while.
It feels like a minute though, because it's just so good. You can't put it down, you know.
I don't know. I like the jokes in Act 1. I probably say that like 1,000 times.
That makes
time
one
we
of
go
us.
over this. Do we have any other clips that matter at the moment? No. Okay. Cool.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Let's give this the old F8 or maybe yeah. Okay. So we've got. Here we are. We're at the bank. Do you remember? Did we do the mask thing? Did we look at the mask thing?
Yes.
How far down did we actually get?
Yes.
Okay.
We got keep going. We got to this panel, I believe, and then we decided to stop. So we're here. We did this panel, and then the next one is where we should start.
We've got this actual bank down here. We've got the robbery. You can see he, shaded it or whatever the fuck black and white is versus whatever the fuck this is versus whatever Vito thinks color is when he's addicted to Concerta. So here we have Allah Akbar, bang, 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 bang. You don't like that. I'm the Saudi Crusader, and my hatred of your bountiful American freedoms inspired me to do jihad. Oh my God, he hates our freedom. Eke not our freedom. It's very
just feels like early 2000s-esque humor. Like
yeah, yeah, that's the problem. It feels like early 2000s-esque humor. And if we go back, it's a very particular era of 2000s-esque humor that I think worked a lot better. I'm the Saudi kid, and my hatred of bountiful American freedoms has inspired me to do a jihad. Your hatred of your bountiful American freedom. It's the same line, except he called him the Saudi kid.
Yeah.
And that matters a little bit later. And then also, oh my God, it's just like 9/11 and eek. I still think this is funny. And it had me laughing out loud the first time I read it, going through it. And then this joke just does not work for me. And he had that here. It's just like 9/11.
He pussied out, dude. He pussied out on the final draft.
It feels like he pussied out. And then not only that, you got the eek over here, which is stylized, which looks good. You're like, oh, cool. She's just like woman scared. That's funny. That's good. And you got, oh my God, it's just like 9/11. You got the stylized 9/11 here. And then the final one, you've got no emphasis over here. So it's just like, it doesn't.
And then they both kind of say the same thing now. He hates our freedom, eek, not our freedom, which doesn't even, not our freedom. Like, is that a joke? I guess. Like,
well, and
stupid.
Throughout the week, he's been saying that he changed an earlier bit because it was repetitive and it was the same joke. But here he has the same joke on the same fucking panel. And he's like, so I think he's just like even completely disconnected when he's like writing any of this as a whole. Because here we got Saudi Crusader. Okay, anyway, Saudi Crusader. Hatred, bountiful American freedoms, blah, blah, blah.
He has to do a jihad.
Now I have 8 wives to feed, and your imperialist gluten-free diets have caused the price of their beloved hummus to skyrocket. My eyes kind of start dying there. It's much it's the same. But I think he did not have that whole thing here. In the original draft, he did not have that.
Yeah, it doesn't need it.
Straight to put the money in the bag. He just skips straight to the bag joke. He doesn't overclutter the bag joke with the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's like the Saudi Muslim thing. Like when you add the joke about the hummus, it's like tortured at that point. Like it doesn't need it.
Yeah. It's too far. And then, okay, so going to here, you guys don't have the bags? Of course we have bags, but you're clearly implying you brought the purchasing, clearly implying you brought your own. She's right, put the money in the bag, the definitive article. It's happening during a bank robbery.
This feels so Reddit to me, the like over explaining the point. Like it's kind of funny.
I'd be reading it more exactly, but like it's not really relevant to the plot. It is a good joke. I like it. I like the original version where it's not overcrowded. It's quicker. It's like a couple of boxes. You don't have this like it
doesn't overstay its welcome.
I have 8 wives to feed. It overclutters the entire thing and slows it down compared to this, because like you already have kind of a wordy thing here with the bag. But then the joke that I thought that the change up above ruined.
He changed the little glitter on when Super Killer's doing the face palm. He changed it from a teardrop. It was more like anime. It's just sort of an odd change. I mean, it doesn't really add or subtract anything, but
oh yeah, huh? Oh yeah, it's got the teardrop, and he changed it to the
like star,
the exasperated, angry thing. He is, I think, just as exasperated in all of them. Maybe I don't know why he changed that one. Maybe didn't read right to him. It does look a little out of place here, whereas the other one does look properly placed on the head. So whatever. But he goes, guess they don't teach proper English at a Hamas fantasy camp, eh? Saudi Crusader. Which makes no sense at all. But in the draft where it's Saudi kid, a Saudi kid going to a Hamas fantasy camp makes sense, right?
I think we already did this. Sorry, Kerm. I think we already basically did this analysis.
Okay, so we must have finished this page and then got back to the diner. Okay.
Yes.
It annoys me a lot, so I've been saying it a lot because it's really annoying.
Yes. Sorry, folks. Yes, we're at the new stuff now. Yes, Meteor Man shows up, and then
more to my point, though, I've looked over it and I've looked through it and I've read different things and other people's stuff, and the entire process that he's doing seems completely disconnected from panel to panel. It seems like he's doing like a storyboard on one panel and then completely forgets it exists to do the next one, and they're not flowing together at all. It's very
incoherent.
Yeah. So
disjointed.
Incongruent is what I said to him that he said no one would notice, but maybe they won't. Who knows? So this is the part where the Meteor Man beats the shit out of you. I'm getting to it. Curb your enthusiasm.
Womp womp. Do 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 do. Oh, he
Probably
did
good.
change. He changed it from save to curb. I feel like that's got to be a reference.
Yeah, definitely. Lucky for me, flying Boy Scouts like Meteor Man always have huge egos. Don't worry, folks. At United Super Bank, your money is protected by Earth's greatest hero, Meteor Man.
Meteor
Doesn't simply
Man.
swoop in and pummel the bad guy. They have to make a big show. Most lucky, your universe isn't big on universal background checks, making it disturbingly easy for spandex-clad weirdos to purchase unregistered firearms. I don't know what this joke is, but it feels like real forced.
Yeah, well, it's like a lib. I feel like it's a libtard, like forced, like gun control thing.
I don't think you're right. It is, but I don't think that's why it feels forced. I think this is another one of those meta elements that he's integrated something directly from our world, but we don't have like the established baseline here, or even of Sam's world, or what like a normal superhero world is for this to like mean anything. Like it's a direct commentary on our world, which makes it feel very clunky because that's not like an established framework that we have. Normally in an urban fantasy world, it's like, well, it's your world plus. I was like, it's your world plus there's like a multiverse that is completely different from your world. Like, okay, but like what is it's the same.
Yeah,
it's the same issue later with like mentioning FDIC insurance. It's kind of almost the same issue with him being Superman.
Yeah, well, we don't even know where Sam's from. Like, he's not necessarily from Earth, right? I mean, almost certainly not.
Well, he's got the toy gun from our Earth, so...
Well, I mean, what am I talking about? The lore's fucking not even... The lore isn't real for Super Killer, so I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, but...
Anyway.
Well, no, I like your point, though. It's like, yeah, there's no, like, frame of reference, because you don't understand. Well, also, is this on our Earth, this panel right here? It's not clear. Is it on our Earth? Did he do this when he got to the universe? Like, it's a separate just job he was doing randomly? Like, yeah, it's just extremely unclear.
It's kind of like this joke back here with the microwave, which I like better when it was... I know I said this already. But you have the editor's note down here that's kind of like a reference, like I was actually done by this. Little notes like that, I think are like kind of funny. Like, oh, here's what it actually is. I know the correct fact. Here's the actual correct fact. I'm gonna pretend this is like semi-educational or something. But it doesn't. It just makes it feel more distant from the world that's in there with all the other stuff, like the no background check thing where he's at a gun show. The fact that Vito has his like face. That's what we stopped on last time. That's right. We stopped zoomed in on Vito's fucking face. That was another thing. We'll see one of these edits here. You see this face? You see how this fits in here? Fits in with the style. Get this guy back here. He still fits in with the style. And then he had his artist put his own face in there, put Vito's face in there, and it just doesn't mesh with the style. It just doesn't look right. He did this.
Crim. Well,
later he takes out the reference to Vito's Pizza. If he had a reference to like all of the branded stuff or like the fake stuff Super Killer referenced was just Vito,
dude.
That would be funny.
What if he was like? What if he was like the #1 merchant? Like whenever there's a merchant, Super Killer needs something, he's always like magically there. A pizza shop, Home Depot, game store, gun store, whatever. It's always Vito. Also, I like
that if he didn't. Look like this.
I didn't notice the Confederate.
You missed the Confederate flag before, yeah. There's also grenades on the wall.
I also like this is quite a generous. This is quite a generous drawing of his physique. He's a little skinnier than what I would draw Vito as. I'm just saying. That guy doesn't look like he's 300 fucking pounds with chicken legs and a bluey shirt.
Ozempic was invented 20 years sooner and works a lot better in this universe.
I see. Yeah, Vito's not retarded in this universe. He opened a successful gun store somehow. Because he rebelled against his liberal Massachusetts upbringing.
United
Are there any
Superbank, TD Ameribank? I know he went back and forth with the brands. I think personally he should have just like gone with static names and just made them the same things throughout the universes, so that they're like a touchstone for the reader. and possibly the character, even if they're a little bit different in each universe, just like having that thing there so that there's like some baseline of what the world is that they're going to along some finite central curve, for lack of a other term that I can think of. Anyway, this is where Meteor Man comes to beat you up. He's got your gun show thing. So now I've got a room full of hostages, a showboating superhero, and a cheap Israeli heater. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, so that was in the universe. He went to a gun store in the universe, and now that's how he got these guns for the robbery. Okay,
Yeah.
that might have been my bad. I'm retarded sometimes, so forgive me.
Yeah, so what does he ask him? What does he say to him? Meteor Man. This doesn't involve you, capitalist.
What?
Doesn't concern you, capitalist swine. Back off.
So
or I'll
he's like a communist Muslim? I mean, again, is that a joke? I mean, I guess I don't know.
I feel like with the American in the Act 1, it really kind of like ties it back to just like capitalist American pig dog. Fuck you. I must.
Well, yeah,
give me
because
your money.
Superman's supposed to be like the American way, I guess. So it's like kind of
Well,
a meta commentary, or
Well, that and his bit should be falling apart now. It should be like going downhill as it continues because he shouldn't be good at it. He should be doing his best at it, but he shouldn't be good.
Yes. I like the cheap Israeli heater. By the way, I like why? Why does it have to be Israeli? I just I don't know. I don't know why Vito has an obsession with race, but he does.
I don't know gun models a lot, but most people are saying that's like the only like real thing that's one of those is like a Desert Eagle, and it's not really cheap.
Yeah, Israel makes like the Galil. That's like the gun they're known for. Anyway, this isn't a gun stream. Well, it was. It was for a little bit.
Yeah, not at the moment. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Capitalist swine, put on a little show of my own. Huge egos, take your best shot. Go ahead, punk. It's it's basically the same. Now, for some reason, these alien Superman types love bouncing bullets off their chests. I think they get off on it.
It's not bad.
Fool, don't you know my skin is as hard as meteorite? Yeah, and that does like flow into later stuff. I think he's got that. Yeah, that's here. The paneling, the shading on the paneling, I don't know. I think this looks more stylized and finished.
Yes,
than
I agree.
This one. This one looks like overly, like I don't know. Something's just off. It's just. Yeah, I think they get off on it.
The same.
Don't you know my skin is as hard as meteorite? So I indulge him a bit. Don't worry, folks. I'm sure he'll run out of bullets soon enough. Once he's good and distracted. Why not download our new mobile banking app? Swap guns. Give up, fiend. You're no match for the might of Meteor Man. Zap. Wait a minute. Zap?
One shot.
Fuck. One shot. That is correct. That is the first shot of his gun that we see on panel. Give it up, fiend.
Dude, I really like the second one. I really like the middle draft. I feel like it's so much better than the other ones. Just feels more stylized, yeah.
Well, I feel like he made decisions to get this 1/3 out. I don't know why he made the decision to put 1/3 of it out. But this feels more finalized than the finalized version we just got. I don't know how to really.
It just feels more polished, I guess. I don't know.
It feels more human.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it feels more fucking human. That's it.
Yeah, which is a weird thing to say, but yeah, it just feels like there's some element of something in here, and maybe some of like the shading and the coloring. Like I don't know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain the difference here, but it does evoke a different emotional tone for me, and I don't know why, especially with some like the darker stuff. But whatever. Ah, fuck. Charge expended. Now readying second shot. Hurry up. He's still standing. Hey, kid. The fuck did you just shoot me with? Make sure he's mad. Charge expended. Now readying second shot.
Wait, go to the first one. The like OG.
Hurry up.
draft.
He's still standing. Hurry up. He's still standing. It's the same. It just moved the dialogue around and like shaded it a little different.
No, the
Fuck,
one
you just shoot.
that one.
Yeah.
But the the very very first one.
Oh, the rough draft.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Charge expended. Now readying second shot. Hurry up, he's still standing. Hey kid, what the hell? Yeah, he went with hell instead of fuck. I don't know. Is that different?
And then he
in
took it
people?
out. Oh no, okay, he just moved it.
It just went to fuck. He moved it around. Yeah.
I mean, fuck, I would say is more appropriate because he's like a Superman that just got shot. I actually agree with that editorial decision.
Yeah,
But
just totally dropping the decorum after there's a hole blown in your chest.
Yes,
honestly,
but
it does make sense to me.
But Vito doesn't commit to it. He'll like censor swear words in other parts of the book. Like he doesn't have a clear artistic choice around his swear words.
Yeah, so as a continuation of this Saudi kid joke,
oh,
he originally had Allah save me.
Boo.
Our good friend Johnny Rocket suggested that he just change it to Inshallah because he was saying Allah Akbar earlier, which would have been good. Act 1
It's a good suggestion.
says, gee,
I the
why
maniac.
didn't I think of that? He takes out the reference to it entirely, and Johnny Rocket suggested Inshallah, and instead he puts squiggly lines with a translator's note.
It's a little clunky. That's okay.
Well, I kind of like the dumb, like this one I don't like. The Inshallah thing from Johnny Rocket works better. This is too much squiggly lines. It's hard to process. It's hard to read. It doesn't.
Well, you're supposed to read it right to left too, Arabic.
Yeah, it's odd. I don't. You do English letters that are shaped like that with extra squigglies. Don't do this shit.
Yeah. Like in the Trans Manifesto, how she used Cyrillic or Cyrillic, but she like mixed it with English, you know?
Yeah, like the microwave thing beforehand, where he's like glorious microwave, the thing that he edited out. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Warning: targets preparing for frontal assault. Calculating tactical response. Brace for impact. And he charges up his fist of justice, and like I think this is him getting punched. I think this is just like the line of him following. I don't think he's actually shooting an energy blast. I think his move is like the meteor punch, where he charges up his fist and like charges at them and punches them like a meteor. I think that's the thing we're seeing here visually.
Yes.
I don't know how well it's.
You know, I do kind of like, I will say this, for this action scene, I like panel breaks. I like how Super Killer's arms bleed into the other panels. I like how the ripping below the kapow, I like how the ripping sort of goes to the bottom panel. I do like that. I think that's neat. I'll give credit where it's due. I'll give the fat man his cake.
Yeah. The problem I have here is I personally think this would have been a good time to kind of establish a little bit more of him, like, declaring his Meteor Man meteor punch. I don't know. This is the one where he actually does it. I feel like if he'd gone the full like anime move with like the stylized meteor punch or whatever behind it, and he'd done one of those and actually established how powerful this is. Because as it stands, like Super Killer is nigh invulnerable, or at least regenerates enough. Like it's hard to get a gauge on what sort of power he's like punching with.
Yeah, he's like Deadpool.
Like he punches him off with a meteor. I guess that's cool, but it just feels like you missed the opportunity to have a cool Meteor Man splash panel attack. Where it's like real big and Super Killer's getting super fucked, and then the total lack of that would feel more like something. As it is, you can kind of see his hand glowing, but it just says like preparing a frontal assault, and then you don't like you see the punch. There is a fist coming at him, but that fist doesn't look like it's glowing.
I feel like wouldn't it be better to have the punch on the top right? I feel like your eye just sort of naturally. And then
it does flow this way in a kind of like a left to right to like back to the left again. Whereas it's supposed to be, and this that probably should just be moved up here.
Whatever. But I just want to point out, Captain Cheese and others are talking about Super Killer has a talking robot and a talking gun. Yes, both of them talk. Isn't that awesome?
It looks like, yeah, we got the blue charge expended.
Oh,
It does seem like the gun talks. That's, yeah.
Apparently, it's just a speaker on his wrist, but Vito's saying the gun talks because everyone else thought it did. So Vito fucked it up so hard that everyone just I assumed that.
I don't know. Let's see. It's kind of generically coming out here in like a bracket box. It's directly pointing at the gun here in an actual like crooked X box here. How's it go here? It's mostly pointing down this way. It's a lot less obvious. It's a lot less stylized in this one than it was in this one. Like this feels like a different person talking. I've been reading a lot of dumb comics again, and in Dragon Ball Super they actually use the shape of Toyotoro, after Toriyama's not doing anymore, uses the shape of the text boxes to kind of like indicate sort of a character's voice. Like if they have like a harder, more like tenseness to it, the boxes will be more square and have more lines to them, and the more relaxed, flowy characters will have like circular boxes. He is doing this here, and I don't know if he like subconsciously did that here and then didn't realize that it's actually a good decision, so that ultimately in the version he sent out here, it's just like another, like, okay, it's obviously an electronic voice. You can tell because there's a lightning bolt. That means that it's not a human voice, right? But it could be coming from anywhere. In the rough draft, it's just blue boxes. It could be anything. And then in this one, though, it actually points to the gun, obviously. Though this gun looks...
What? Looks what, Krim?
Is this one traced again here?
Probably. I mean, let's assume with Vito, Giswaldi's Law. Yeah, most likely. Worst decision.
It might just... The gun scale might just be off. But it looks like it's smaller than it should be in Sam's hand. Especially with the foreshortening of it coming in towards the screen like that. Or I think that's foreshortening. I don't know. I'm not a art.
No, it looks fucked. Now that you point it out, it's no, it should be bigger.
Well, but the scale issues make me think that it might be like the perspective issue with the one on the table where it's traced. Which again, I don't think was Keter going like, here, I'm going to trace this. I think Vito told that. I think somewhere in his communication, Vito's like, do it exactly this way. And Vito would like not like that it wasn't exactly right, or that he did it his own stylized way. And I think he basically told him to trace it. I don't know like how Vito communicated that. I don't know if Vito even realizes that that's what he communicated. I don't know if Vito even at the point he is at looking and microanalyzing his own comic and each individual panel and making it panel by panel as a storyboard instead of a flowing comic. I think he may have lost sight of that as well somewhat.
Yeah, he's lost in the sauce. I mean, he really is.
At some point, Keter doing redraws was... I mean, look at how to put this.
Uh-oh. Are we about to
right after last week's show? He was DMing Johnny Rocket, being like, hey, can you like A/B test these jokes for me that I'm rewriting in Super Killer 1? Not things in Super Killer 2. Not like, hey, can you look over my script that I totally rewrote of Super Killer 1? It's like, can I A/B test these jokes at you?
Yeah, and like editing decisions.
I think Johnny Rocket told him Inshallah or Muhammad Durka Muhammad Jihad or something. Maybe
that sounds like Johnny.
Maybe that was me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and Vito wanted Riley, I believe, also. Young Klippa, Young Klippa and Johnny Rocket both, I believe, were extended offers by the author of this masterpiece to help him fix it. Just the OG version that he reopened his Indiegogo campaign for. Inshallah, Vito, yes.
It's like the campaign never closed.
It can't. It's like Hotel California, you think the campaign closes, but it's still open.
This looks like a preview that that someone who
can-
started and no, this looks like the preview of someone who's starting an independent comic book company to moonwalk on the graves of Marvel and DC. That's what this looks like, is the kind of thing that you would have that'd be like, hey, I need $300,000 to pay an editor because I alienated everyone I know, so no one can edit my book for me. That's what this looks like to me. Unfortunately, Eric July did not use any of that money for that, and used his angel investors to print his comic book beforehand. I think you should probably wait until like the post orderings. Like, I don't care when you do it, but if you're gonna try to have a finished comic, don't print it till you get the numbers.
Yes, agreed.
But do have it done. I don't understand though. He's saying now that he did the color at the same version as at the same time as the black and white, but where's the colored version? I'm so confused. It's just baffling.
It's
baffling.
coming. It's coming.
So they're now
Give him 2
readying the
weeks.
second shot. What the fuck did you just shoot me with? Prayer for a frontal assault. Meteor punch. Allah save me.
Kapow. And now he's Meteor Man. Oh, Johnny Rocket chimes in. He says, just finished Super Killer edited edition. Whoa, big news here on the After Problem. Was it good, Johnny? Was it better than the slop we're reading right now?
Can we pay someone to edit it into the same? Is it a PDF? How do we get someone to make it into a PDF so I can side by side it super easy? Though it does need a lot of rearranging, so that might be, superfluous anyway. What did he just shoot me with? Here we go. I don't think there's anything on these posters that matter. Man, I wish this wasn't in like. It's really hard to do background environmental storytelling when your comic is the size of a postage stamp.
Yes, and it's low res.
This is 800. This is 1200% on the Act 1. This is.
Oh, it's just like a Meteor Man poster.
Yeah, I think it's the bank posters. This is 800%. This is 1200%. This is so blurry. I can't.
Unlike the Maniac, which you can scroll in on and see perfect, crisp detail on everything.
The Maniac's in like 4K. We caught Super Killer here in 480p, and we've got the Maniac over in 4K.
But so, thing, go ahead.
I'm just gonna go ahead. What are you saying? What are you saying?
I was just gonna keep us going on the story. So Meteor Man's been shot twice.
Oh shit! Yeah, he got shot twice. Let me see if I can zoom. Fucking, why aren't you zooming in?
Krim fucking up the stream again. Krim, we would have had.
I'm gonna just stick to. I'm just gonna stick to setting up the chairs next time. I'm going.
Well, good. You'll probably fuck that up anyway.
I'm gonna go find Rigby, and we're gonna go fuck up setting up the chairs.
Yeah, maybe use one of those chairs to hang yourself, huh?
You can run the show with Mordecai.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll run the show with fucking. I don't know. I was gonna say Vito, but that's not happening. TJ, maybe TJ would be a good co-host. Maybe just Frog Tony. Just make Frog Tony a permanent co-host.
Yeah, just make him do more shows. Make him quit his job to make no money. I don't know.
You believe that? You believe that crap? Yeah, we're making like $5 a month. Patreon.com/afterproblem.
Yeah. Okay. What did you? Did that guy just shoot Meteor Man? No way. He's bleeding everywhere. Oh, that's so
haha.
Thought his skin was supposed to be as hard as meteorite. Meteorites aren't actually that hard, the bank guys being very pedantic is already the earlier joke too.
Yep.
I think he changed the name of his fake social media site. No, still Fleazer. Was it?
Oh
Fleazer
yes, he does.
Time?
He changes it.
No, it's Fleazer here. God damn it! I don't know.
Is it Fleazer in all three?
It is in all three, but I thought I saw a different social media name up top. But
there is. There's a second one. I remember because I was flabbergasted when he invented more than one.
He's got his what is this? Salt and pepper hair here that I think he did not quite convey in this one. Yeah. So that was one of the color things that Vito mentioned. Damn that! Oh man, that dude is pissed.
Wait.
Hell of an ass though.
Okay.
I guess this old guy's not as strong as he used to be. Still got one hell of an ass though. I feel like these are two the less wordy ones are better.
Yes.
I don't know why. Probably because brevity is the soul of levity, but who knows?
Yeah, of course. Vito, of course. Yes, brevity is indeed the soul of levity. Kahuna Nui, the big kahuna, shout out. I met this individual IRL. Shout out you, sir. What the hell is going on here? We're reviewing Vito Giswaldi, co-host of The Biggest Problem. He released this dog shit comic, and we're ripping it apart.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I want to like it. I want these jokes to like land. I want them to be it seemed like there were positive changes going on. It seemed like he had taken a script, edited it, thought of a direction. If we can see here, it's his Fleas feed. It's a little bit of a bad name.
Boink, he changed it on this one. Boink Zongo? That's so funny.
Zongo, the bank robbery footage is a treasure, but it is he made it the same.
Yes.
But that's another one of those weird edits where did he write this all the way through and just add in like multiple weird social media names as a gag? And then it's like, oh, I should make them all the same.
Yes.
And totally forgot that he put in a bunch of goofy names and a bunch of different social media sites as the gag of them all having stupid ass names. But
yeah, I prefer Bonk Zoingo anyway. I think that's the better platform. I never used
actually
fucking
Bonk
Caesar.
Zongo.
Yeah, Bonk Zongo is like totally.
Eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not Boink Zongo, it's Bonk Zongo. But dude, Fleaser fucking blows. It's just like libtards on there just bitching about Meteor Man. Bonk Zongo, it's like let's fucking kill all the non-Meteor Man people. It's like totally, I will kill, rape, and die for Meteor Man. I love Bonk Zongo, bro. I'm on there 24/7. BonkZongo.com/SchizoSeanTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'll give you $1. Never say Fleas feed. Wait, does that mean the Meteor Man is okay? So bank robbery footage. Okay, they're knowing about that. That's good. Does that mean Meteor Man is dead? Nah, one shot is enough to take out a guy that powerful. Though it definitely did some serious damage. Didn't he explain the gun earlier, or are we getting to that?
I think he's. I don't know. Yeah, he might be in the middle of explaining.
Yeah, anyway,
it's
one shot is enough to take the guy out.
inconsistent
Yeah.
anyway.
It definitely did some serious damage. I assume the big guy flew off to his secret moon base to analyze the wound. I doubt he'll like what he finds. We got a bunch of charts and graphs.
And by the way, Vito infamously posted that he changed the color of all these charts from like dark green to like dark purple or something. And he posted about this as like, isn't that a great change, guys? It's like, hey, Fatso, get the fucking comic out. I'm like, yeah, Crim's showing us.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm just like, does that
what?
That's a real twinky waistline for the guy that we're seeing. It seems like the inside of the panel just is not quite like it's you know what? It's angled. It's glass. It's a reflection. Whatever. Who cares? It wouldn't quite be.
Yeah, Krim. Stop nitpicking, bro. Come on.
There's his collarbone though. You can see his collarbone.
That's true.
Yeah, he's repairing there. Cosmic energy destabilizes matter on a quantum
He really
level.
doesn't have a bulge, though. I mean, for being Meteor Man, you'd think he'd be packing a hog, but I mean, it's a shrimp, I think.
Well, I think that
kind of like Super Killer.
I know it's a stereotype, but I think that that's actually explained or explained by implication by Vito's view of sexuality in a later panel. But we have not gotten there yet.
Yes.
Cosmic quantum energy destabilizes matter on a cosmic energy destabilizes matter on a quantum level. His healing factor could eventually repair the damage, but it'll take months, maybe years. So he's fucked forever. Months, maybe years.
Months, maybe years.
Again, we've got these stylized boxes for when people are talking off panel that are not present in this version. I don't know why.
And the Super Killer logo's gone. It's very strange.
Yeah, I don't know if he he did mention losing some sort of assets at one point, I think.
I
from losing
think
a hard drive.
I
don't
think
know
in
if this-
the sorry, I was gonna say I think in the edited edition, Johnny Rocket, who has read the edited edition, says Meteorium shrinks your dong. So
Yeah, that's actually why Lex. That's actually true in the Superman universe as well. They don't really talk about it, but it's all in like the background implication. It's why Lex Luthor gets so angry as he develops the kryptonite cancer. It's because one of the symptoms is that your dick shrinks.
damn.
And the only one that doesn't shrink your dick is the pink kryptonite, but that turns you gay, and so they stopped talking about that entirely. And so the whole Superman penis plot just got like buried. It's just like lost DC lore that they don't even talk about anymore.
You can make your dick a foot long and thick, but you have to be gay. That's such a good devil's bargain, bro.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just how pink kryptonite works. It's just how it works. So they just
man.
wrote it out of the universe and never talked about it again. It was just too much of a
Too
dilemma.
too based, bro.
They can't deal with complicated moral dilemmas like that in comics. They're for teenagers.
This one isn't. I hope not.
Well, I don't know who this is for. I
Vito.
don't know what
It's for
audience this
Vito.
is for
It's for
because
Vito.
he tries. Yeah, okay, you're right. I do know what audience it's for, but he tries to justify it like, oh well, a normal person wouldn't think this or that thing. Like, well, then this is just reinforcing the pitch. This is just to like sell a cartoon to a network, not a comic. It's not.
Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Lil Dicky. You know who that is? The rapper.
Yes, yeah.
He released Professional Rapper's first album and it was successful. And he just used it as a launch pad to start his own TV show with Dave, and he didn't give a fuck about rap. That's exactly like this. Vito just wants to use the comic to launch him into a cartoon and just forget about that. And he said, "Oh, I'll release another album," and then he never did. Reminds me very much about that.
Yeah, Vito did, I think, one diss track against Eric July.
Yes.
It was not. It wasn't.
It
It
was
wasn't his best
fine.
work.
It was mid.
Well, I don't think he talked to anybody. I don't think he's capable of collaboration.
No.
Maybe he was capable of it at one point, but whatever he's doing now, he can't seem to organize people and things together that other people are doing. It just doesn't. I don't know. Like he just can't.
He can't commit.
Make connections between things.
Well, yeah, he'll make connections and then he'll burn them, at the drop of a hat over nothing.
I had this is I don't know, this clip amused me when I saw it. There we go.
As many of you know, I have not been the biggest fan of Toyotaro's paneling. I think oftentimes he relies too much on large numbers of panels, too many speed lines, and takes an approach to depicting his stories that more closely resembles a storyboard for an anime than an actual manga making full use of its medium. And
that part. That I heard that and I was like, that's exactly what Super Killer is. It feels like a storyboard that is not taking advantage of its medium as a comic book. I instantly, when reading The Maniac, could feel like the panels flowing from page to page and like it taking proper advantage of the medium. And I don't know if that's because Vito is designing this panel by panel in the most atomized way possible. I don't know if that's his communication to Keter having a huge gap in it. I know that the problem that he mentions with Toyotaro in that video specifically started easing up when it was more in Toyotaro's control of what the story was, so that there was less of a gap between like what's on the page and what's in the artist's head. So it once the communication issues cleared up, he actually had a better flow on the page rather than the anime storyboards, because he was also working from the same basis that was supposed to split into the anime and the manga prior. It's the same thing here. Vito isn't writing a cartoon. He's not writing a cartoon storyboard. He is trying to write a comic, but the way it plays out is like a cartoon storyboard, and cartoon storyboards are meant to have the key animation, that's the panel, and then the in-between frames, the things that like go from panel to panel. The transitions are supposed to be there, and they're not in the thing that Vito has. Though if I like skew my eyes at like a 45-degree angle and look at it through the haze of the corner of my vision and like, oh no, I can see the cartoon here, but when I try to read it as a comic book, I don't get that. I have to like look back afterwards, and with some of the clunky dialogue, it makes it hard to do that in your head. That bag joke, it took a lot of dialogue. It was split up between reactions. Everyone's dunking on Super Killer, kind of making him out to be a dork and a dweeb. This can be like a good establishing thing, and he's like, God damn it, I can't do a bank heist. I can't pretend to be anyone. Like that being a total fuck up and him getting made fun of, that works to a certain extent. But then it's just overclouded with like gluten-free and other stuff. And that makes it not a character establishing moment. It just makes it like a sardonic joke moment. It's not like, oh man, he like fucked up saying put it in the bag when he didn't hand them a bag. Like you're saying you're like the Saudi kid. You know, this like hero thing. You don't have it down. You're not good at bank robberies. And it's so embarrassingly bad at bank robberies. These other people are responding. But none of that is really communicated on the page. I know, I to a certain extent know Vito. You know, not even to a certain extent. Everyone probably knows Vito better than he knows himself because he has no idea how any of his things ever come off to anyone. So even like a total stranger knows Vito better than Vito knows himself. So I do know Vito, but I do know Vito to an extent that I don't know if he's aware of what he's doing in these comics. The gun charging thing. How many shots does the gun have?
Well, what do you mean? Like right now in the story, or?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like it's kind of talked about that it like recharges or whatever.
Well, it reminds me of the Green Lantern ring, or at least the first ones where they had to go charge them to get them to work again. They only had like a limited. So that's what it seems to me. It's like you have to charge them at Superkill headquarters at some machine, and then for the mission you get 3 shots.
He just says it's charged. I think he mentions down later what happens there. But the so there's the gun, and there was another fucking part. It was whatever. Anyway, as soon as he figures out who's going to come, okay, he's injured. As soon as he figures that out,
Krim, it's just you and me on screen.
Oh shit! Here we go. Add to stage. Back to Super Killer. Okay.
There we go.
Whew, okay. As soon as he figures that out, he's going to come looking for the jerk who shot him. Okay, who's our guy? ETA Artie. So Artie is the robot, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's talking to the robot on the watch, but this is the same box from the gun, but it's disconnected. Artie is in green. Let's see. I'm just trying to like divide up here what this dialogue's supposed to be from. It's in blue before. Does Super Killer stay yellow? He mostly does. Okay. Yeah, this is supposed to be a different voice, but it's coming from the watch now. But at one point, Vito said the watch was a different character and not just the robot talking out of it. But
well, it's like it's confusing because it's the robot talking through the wristwatch, which apparently also talks. Unless Artie was talking through the wristwatch the whole time. Again, it's just totally fucking chaotic.
Well, I don't. What is the purpose of establishing that is like this sound only thing when you're like zooming in from like, oh, he's listening to he's looking at it? Why is there no? Why is it sound only?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
what's the robot doing?
That's the mode, I guess.
Whatever.
It's unclear.
It is a little weird. Artie was kind of established up at the top, but it didn't really like flow into this at all. The gun was talking, the thing's talking. It's obviously he's talking to somebody, but it's not.
It's not clear who.
Or what? Yeah, but okay, he's gonna come looking for the jerks who shot him. I don't think there's any indication of how he.
Oh, I love the way 15 seconds is in that second one. Look, it's got like style, man. It's like
this just looks like a generic. You know what?
That looks like that looks phenomenal.
Yeah, these got to be the assets that he lost.
Well, lost? What do you mean?
Well, he lost some update in a computer crash.
Oh fuck, dude. He
Where his,
should have
like,
just
hard drive fell or something.
redid them, bro. Fuck.
Maybe. Okay. Anyway, we're back here, but I think that's why some of these background elements are different too. I think he actually had to redo them.
LOL.
From yeah, because he wrote them in here, so obviously the artist didn't.
I like how her hat is jumping up in the first frame, is on her head in the second frame. That's a nice bit of I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
that
adds to it.
actually no.
Oh, it's
you're right,
obscured in this one though. Look, the sea is over it, so you can barely fucking see it. You fucking idiot.
Well, and that's one of those things I mean with the micro editing. Here he has it. You can clearly see it. There's the joke, the hat going up, the hat going down. He's doing it here. He's got the smash. It's up in front of it. And then this one here, he's trying to like finish it. He's trying to get it out. He needs to read the letters.
It
He
literally
he forgets that the gag is something other than Meteor Man showing up and crashing down here. So this panel's become the communication of what its purpose is in the story to him, and the joke is lost. The joke of them being like, eek, surprised, is gone because her hat is covered up here. And that's, I think, because he's individually editing these things as like tiny little micro comics, not a whole arc. And I get from the previews he's put out, I get that impression that he's doing that as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, he does all the micro edits, and then he misses the forest through the leaves, right? And it's like, to me, it's not even a gag necessarily. It's just like it adds a bit of like oomph to the panel, because you can see another item moving along with the characters.
Well,
but again, it's like
that. Well,
it looks like the hat just appears now.
Well, not just that, it's behind them. It's surprising them from behind, and then they turn around to look at it.
Yeah.
This panel actually like does this feels like a set of two comic. This one doesn't. This one feels like a set of two comic panels. It's using the medium. It's using that it's behind them with the sound effects to tell you more about the story and depth. Something you could only do really in like an animated or comic book medium, but it works on the panel here. It's communicated to the next panel here that he smashes down so hard there's a fucking explosion that turns them around to look at, and they're like, holy shit, but it's still coming at them from that angle. It's kind of there. I get why he got rid of the second kaboom. I don't think it's a good idea, because in this first one, it looks, even with the extra kaboom there, it looks like he smashed down on the impact, and that's like the second of impact, and that's like the result of the impact. Like, you know how like an explosion is like, it starts here and then goes outward. That seemed like the initial impact, and then the bomb of the meteor punch going off. But then it again, if he'd established a meteor punch earlier, maybe that would be certain. But when you get rid of it in the kaboom, it's just like a crash and a whoosh. This seems like a normal landing now. This seems like a full power meteor punch straight into the diner. This feels like he landed through the roof.
It feels a lot weaker.
It feels less connected. This feels like the storyboard thing again.
Feels less kinetic.
Yeah, well, this flows more to me from moment to moment. This feels like a split second from moment to moment on a comic book panel. And then here it feels just more like kind of like a weird couple of frames flowing together. Anyway, I'm impressed, kid. That little gun of yours put a big hole in my chest, big enough to spit through.
By the way, keep an eye on that bandage. That one's very inconsistent in the early drafts.
Yeah.
It's still inconsistent in the final one, but
yeah, which is why I'm going to need you to either hand it over or prepare to lose your goddamn head. Honestly, my suggested fix for the bandage would be to totally ignore actually fixing it and change one of these displays to like sponsored by some brand or another, and then just like put a logo on the bandage so that it's just like a sponsored high-tech healing item. You could fix it on the screens. Vito could just design it in. It doesn't actually need to like change the comic at all. Like Dick said, I don't know who saw it. Dick's notes suggest that he like go back through and kind of like rewrite the entire script from the ground up, not just try to like refill the panels.
He should have super killers. He should have another super killer. It's another Sam kill this Sam and then just restart.
I don't think it might work like that. I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing. The supernatural, not the supernatural, the universal stack is barely mentioned in the actual book itself. It's all over the campaign. If you read the campaign, you know that there's like these universes and they need to be unplugged and blah 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 blah. It's not really in the comic. It's kind of in the preamble text that Dick started reading that Vito said not to read. But it's not in the comic. Anyway. Big enough to spit through. Gonna need to either hand it over or prepare to lose your goddamn head. Now, he changed it from fucking to goddamn for this one.
I mean, both sort of the same level of intensity, I'd say.
Yeah, and that's the
Oh, that's the end of the
one.
good one. Okay.
Yeah. Then there's this here, which is a drawing that Null commented on at one point that the perspective's weird. Everything looks off here. This is just like a picture for backers or whatever. That's fine. Like, it should. He said that this like really shouldn't be in the final comic. He kind of says that the whole thing just kind of comes off as something for Vito's like fans, which hilariously is accurate. His individual nitpicks, whatever. I don't know.
There's none left, and so it's just for Vito.
well,
so I'd say that's true.
Also, yeah, he's
Vito's
also
the last
planning
Vito
on,
fan.
Yeah, he's also planning on reviewing it. So there's going to be another round of those going around about. If he reviews it, I don't know if any other of the hater sphere types will do it. So it went from goddamn, which is spelled properly there.
Looks like it to me.
It is spelled wrong in the final draft a lot. That is the last page we have of Act 1, though, where he finalized it up with him arriving. That little gun ears put a hole through my chest.
That would have been a good place to stop.
Head.
Stop it, man. And just send that out and get some editorial advice and then go from there. But he did not do that.
If this had just been the Act 1 and he treated this as like the first issue, I know going to print that way isn't really viable with how the campaign's structured. He said that it was going to be like 50, 60 pages or whatever. If you send out like a 26-page comic, you're not.
Well, I think he should have just used this and said to Dick, and he may have done this and just ignored the advice, but give it to Dick, give it to whoever, Young Klippa, EVS, and take the feedback they give you, redo it, and then do Act 2 and 3, so it's a good story. But,
Yeah, I think he took
Vito's too smart for that.
feedback, but I think he lost a hard drive in between, and I think that killed his mental momentum. I think that's one of the factors in his like spiral. There's got the lunch boxes outside, you've got the comic not being finished, you've got the constantly being mocked for just being fuck up all the time. The losing the files, I think, probably put him into a more panicked state as well. I don't know if we have an exact date for that, but I need to place that on my mental timeline of Vito. Okay, so I'm going to put this Act 1 over here. We don't really need that too much anymore. And we just have 2 drafts to look at. Okay. Well, this seems like a big mix-up. You must be looking for my cousin, Sneaky Kyle. We have very similar costumes. That's another SK joke. He does that. He does it with the Saudi Crusader.
He should have asked him. He should have asked him if he could see Kyle. See Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Did you see him over there? He went that way, Meteor Man.
Where is he?
Yeah. You must be my friend Sneaky Kyle with very similar costumes. Shut up. I know a punk like you couldn't have built a weapon that powerful. Tell me who gave it to you now. Oh, that dumb toy. I think a homeless guy traded it to me for a pack of menthols.
Racist joke, by the way. Definitely meant to be a African American homeless gentleman.
Black homeless guy. Yeah. Stop lying. Geez, and I thought you big hero types loved a bit of playful banter, but I guess we're done playing around. Back off, asshole, or paint the walls with the pretty lady's brains. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that looks total. What the fuck? It's got like a hole in the middle. Has this gun always had a hole in the middle? Am I just retarded or? Because I feel like it definitely. Can we find the infamous The shot where he lays it on the diner, and you can see it in like profile.
It's right before this.
Yeah, it's sort of like there you go. Does it have a? Oh, I guess it does have sort of a hole in the barrel, but it doesn't look see through.
Well,
That
but
is
this one's obviously drawn. It's obviously a drawn version of
Mm.
this more traced one. It's not even the same shape really. It's barely recognizable, honestly.
Yeah,
there's
it's
no, like,
definitely
front
not the same
cone.
gun. The trigger's kind of more forward because the trigger's super forward on that one. It's sort of closer to the
Well,
handle.
this one's made up
know?
of like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 sections at the top of the gun. This one's
Yes.
just like 1,
It's
2,
smooth.
and then a line going out the front. It's just very.
Oh, her
different looking.
face, dude. Beck's face there looks atrocious. She looks like a fucking orc, bro. What the fuck? What is going on with fucking? Oh, she looks a little better there. She still looks ugly though. Fuck.
The face shape is. Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, dude. It's weird. And her boobs kind of sort of have a more Detective Gooner vibe in this one. They're like further apart. There's less lines.
Yeah, her like chin is like a different shape. Her mouth's a different shape.
Yeah, it's
her
more
face
pointed.
is like totally redone.
Well, she has almost like she has like a male jawline and cheekbones in this one. It's like fucked. It's not a woman. That's like a trans. That's probably Vito's girlfriend. It's a trans. Beck is actually trans. Beck is actually Detective Gooner. She's a waitress during the day. Detective
And
Gooner at night.
Yeah. Back off, asshole. The pretty lady
Oh.
loses her head. Paint the walls with your brains.
Just real quick, Chris. Apparently, Johnny created Super Killer Volume 1 edited edition. I believe he released it on his Substack, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah,
check
that's
that
what I
out.
would assume.
Yeah, it does look like the trans shooter that we're all reading the manifesto of. You're right. That's it was probably Beck. I think we figured it out.
Did you read it? I was like so
No.
disconnected from that.
Dude,
shooter
all
thing.
these
I saw some
dude,
pictures. Like I don't even care.
Well, dude, I know it's about like there's this like online satanic cult, and and here's what gets me, Krem. It's like I won't go into the rabbit hole, but like they choose people who create like uncomfortable narratives because it's like a black guy who's also racist. Like they don't believe in any of this. They just want to create conflict, and this is the best one yet because you have the libtards talking about how it's not a trans issue, it's a gun rights issue, and the conservatives bite on the trans thing, and missed in the middle is this SpongeBob. There's literally like a freak Bob SpongeBob guy instructing all these youths to do these, and it's like a literal satanic neo-Nazi cult, and it's just to create chaos, and that's what it's done. And you sound crazy if you talk about it, but anyway, let's not dwell on that. Christ is king.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with like the Lucifer Valentine stuff, where it's like I know all of these. Nothing can come out of that isn't something that I haven't like heard before or like seen.
Yeah, you've been around the block
or in many cases had to deal with directly, because cult leaders and abusers all do the same fucking shit. People are very simple animals. When you fall into these natural patterns of how to manipulate them, it's going to be the same efficiencies that are exploited in every single case. It's just how it works. So it's like, oh yeah, they're using this Facebook group to recruit people. Like, yeah, duh. Like, what do you think a fandom is?
Yeah, exactly. And
it's not good.
This fandom, well, Krim, what gets me is they're posting on like the website they use is called Soy Jack Party. Like, bro, it's just crazy. They're putting like Wojaks in their manifestos, dude.
Look, do you saw the picture up here, Vito's? Yeah, this is what this is what it looks like when you try to explain what's going on to normal people. Whatever energy is contained in there, that's what you're gonna get back. Like, you can't explain it to people. Like, the horrific nature of abuse, and one of the most insidious factors of it is that when you talk about it, it's so horrible, it like breaks people's view of how things should work, and they can't accept it because it would require, like, it's painful to accept the concept that it is happening in any given instance, that it's allowed to happen, that it thrives, that it's celebrated, that it's like joked about, that they had any part in it, that any part of their life is reflective of the abuse that they are perceiving being described, makes them feel so horrible they just would rather deny its existence. And that's just unfortunately the reality of it across the board, no matter who's that's why Lucifer Valentine is going to be exactly the same as some retarded rapist abuser from the LARP group I was in. It's all the same. They might get to different scales, but they're all exploiting the same human psychology.
Rape never changes. Crim pill.
Yeah.
Boom. Crim pill. Boom. Crim pill.
Rape never changes. Oh, okay. Super Killer though. Super Killer changes a lot. From moment to moment, it's evolving from the comic that it was before, and it's stepping on a rake, and it's evolving into a different, worse comic.
Yes, Super Killer.
Every moment that passes that he edits Super Killer again, it gets worse. Every moment that he thinks about it and unmakes a decision makes every single part of it more disjointed, more incongruent, and worse of a comic overall. Yeah.
Crim,
I ain't been hurt this bad in a long time. Yeah.
ASC Presents, shout out Young Clip and Mint. They chimes in with Bonk Zongo versus Bazinga. Sound off. Are you more of a Bonk Zongo or Bazinga guy? I like Bazinga. I like Sheldon. I'm a flag nerd myself.
Unfortunately, I don't think Bonk Zongo. It's got too many like hard consonants, so it's like hard to like flow.
Yeah, it's got a hard N.
Bazinga has just got the buzz. It's
perfect.
It's too rough. It's
and
too hard to get out.
Sheldon's such a whimsical guy, you know. He's so smart.
Yeah. He's got like a PhD or something. You know, those are always respectable and totally legitimate, and you shouldn't defenestrate people sitting up in their ivory towers. You should respect them and condemn them. That's the word, right? Condemn. That's the one where you treat them with reverence. It's condemning them.
Yeah, castrate them. Yeah,
that's good too. You know, whatever C word you want to do to them, some D words, some F slurs. You know, whatever it takes. They have all of academia behind them. Who cares what you do to them?
Yeah, they don't care what happens to you. So, kid, I ain't been hurt this bad in a long time, and I'm planning to rip you limb from limb until you tell me how to fix whatever your gun did to me. But if you really want to kill off some bitch waitress before we get started, be my guest. Nice. W, bitch, totally based. Horse face.
Total L. Total L. All of his edits and changes make the jokes towards women less mean.
That's true.
And therefore, less quality.
Yeah, well, he changed it from horse face to bitch. Horse face is, and she did have like a horse face in that other panel. So yeah, that's totally, again, with the boobs. What is going on with the boobs? What is up with that? Vito and the female form. It's because he's had trans girlfriends, so he doesn't know what a real woman looks like. Also, the bandage gets way smaller, right? I think in this band, it goes from, it's kind of small.
In the logo.
Kind of just covers the peaks on the M, and then what do we have? Yeah, it's kind of off to the right, and it's it looks totally out of place. Sloppier, yeah. But okay, so then on the next panel, Super Killer's still holding Beck hostage and her ugly horse face.
What did he call me? Hey, Grandpa. That's kind of language is totally problematic. Yeah. Terms like waitress reinforce hurtful gender norms and contribute to the erasure of non-binary individuals. Should have called her a bitch server. What? No. I don't think that. So that's basically the same joke that's in here. Like,
what did he call me?
In a shape. Hey, asshole. That kind of language is not okay. Terms like waitress reinforce hurtful gender norms and contribute to the erasure of non-binary. You should have called her a horse-faced server.
That's a much better joke. That is a much better joke.
Yeah. Did he add an extra line? Reinforce.
Because, like, it's not a good joke, but it makes sense. It's a joke.
Yeah. Well, and bitch is already gendered.
Yes.
So
yes.
it doesn't work in the flow. Like Horsefaced is admittedly a Sarah Jessica Parker. Like I've never heard a man called Horsefaced. I'll be
No,
honest.
because horses are like chiseled. It's like that'd be a compliment.
Probably, yeah. They got like lots of muscle and stuff on them. But yeah,
Big
it is something
penises.
that is sort of gendered, but it's not like directly and overtly gendered in the same way that bitch is. And so if you're like terms like Rachel's reinforce this and then going to a different thing, horseface server, so you don't like consider horseface that, it's just like, oh yeah, it's an insult, that's fine. But I don't think there's a way to like have an issue with waitress and not the overlap of the memes of bitch and waitress are too much the same thing already that
Yeah.
it doesn't
land.
It muddies it. Yeah. And he's like, no, fuck you. I probably should have guessed that damsel in distress routine wasn't going to work on a guy of your particular sensibilities. Guess I'd better surrender then. Seems I'm all out of tricks. You know, I probably should have guessed that the damsel in distress scenarios are going to work on a guy like you. So it's even more obvious, hinting at him being gay. I'm all out of options. Or am I? Except for one.
Chowder bomb.
Who is this? Is that dialogue? Is that
I don't know.
dialogue because he couldn't have a dialogue box? Or he's like, is he all out of options? And he like silently yells ultimate desperation chowder attack?
I think he's thinking it. He's thinking it to himself. And then he yells chowder bomb, but he's thinking, or am I? Which,
okay,
whatever. It's a superhero thing, special attack.
That's fine. It does feel like he's narrating for himself.
Yes.
And that this is like, he's like, I'm all out of options. And then he trails off, but continues the thought in his head. I don't know that there's a great way to communicate that. I don't know how well that's been communicated here either way. I don't know if this is out loud to anybody or not. And I'm not sure how to connect it back.
I think because it's in a square. I think it's... I mean, it's not communicated very well, but I think because it's a square in the corner.
It's another one of those things that I feel like if you like visually zoomed in and like had it in a different voice or it was softer or something that you could maybe actually communicate, but he hasn't been consistent with like the boxes or anything, so it's hard to tell what that is. Super Killer does a little flish here where he super speed dodges the...
That's actually, I kind of like that.
I actually really like this panel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to tell. It works with the medium. It's well drawn. Yeah, good panel. Good panel, Vito.
You've got the jukebox that was next to the door over here, knocked over. It's still plugged in. It's got some like consistency back to like the opening panel there.
Okay.
He actually listened to the piece of advice here that Frog Tony was like, "What the fuck's going on with this cape?" That he like made it more normal too.
I also love just no bandage. Like, I know this is the rough draft, but what the fuck, man? Like, what is with the bandage? It's like the core part of this part scene is Meteor Man's injured.
It's a core part of this scene now, but look at this one. It's even tacked on here.
Oh yeah, I know. It's tacked on every...
I don't think this was him like reminding Keter that there needs to be an injury there already. I think that this takes place in the diner, right?
Yeah.
It feels like his original idea is the diner. And then he hits certain elements in the diner that he's like trying to go back and explain. And they just kind of don't quite...
dude, if the story would make a lot more sense if you didn't have these weird detours, like if it was all in the diner, that would make a lot more sense as a story.
Well,
it'd feel more coherent.
And the count wouldn't be thrown off. If this was from a version where he like robbed the bank and then, like, because if you look at this, there's no, it's there, but again, that's easy to like patch on.
Yeah.
It feels like something added after the fact to me.
It's an afterthought.
Yeah, maybe he added the bank scene like later.
Yeah,
I don't know
no.
for sure, but like here's him doing hostages again, and she's like kind of surprised at it, sort of, even though there's like a bank robbery with hostages and stuff. So it's like it feels like there's a lot of revisions here, and it feels like there's a lot of changes from what Vito's core idea was to try to like expand out on certain things that didn't take into consideration the things that were when he originally wrote it. And I just feel like that throughout the entire through like most of it, that he's like really far away from the story of what's actually happening on the panel, and like too close to the story of like what's happening like with the meta nature. Like he knows like in his head the gun's like 72 hours to recharge or whatever. If I miss, I gotta like go hide for 3 days so I can get it to work properly, that sort of thing, right? He's already like thought of these things, but those feel like meta answers and not story seeds. They feel like trying to get out ahead of a question he thinks someone's going to ask, and
Like-
not in the like I want to know this story element, but in the like, why isn't this thing here? What about this thing? Like
the uniform being stuck to his skin, because that feels like Vito thinks someone's gonna ask, well, how come he can't take his uniform off? Like, why is he always
why
have his
didn't
uniform on?
why didn't he take his mask off to sneak around and try to do pizza and this other stuff? And he's like, well, I have to have this in here. Like, okay, did you have that in there and originally have like some explanation or no explanation, and then you later added the pizza scene, and then you're like, well, now I have to like have a line here? Was that line added to the bank scene because he later added the pizza scene, which added an additional shot that wasn't in his original script? I
think we're definitely onto something, Krem, for sure. That sounds right to me. We'll go back. We'll piece it together. We'll figure out. We'll suss it out.
There's there are other versions of this manuscript floating around that none of the people who have them, I don't know if any of the people who have them listen to us at all, but I would definitely like to track those down. I need to get the Word document that was originally leaked to Kiwi Farms. I suppose I could just go. I'm not going to. Fuck them. Maybe I could. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to give them credit, even if I do, though. Just fuck them. Anyway, did you seriously throw soup at me? Yeah, yes I did. All right, then. This is the part where I punch you through a wall again. Warning, target is preparing a frontal assault. Yeah, no shit. The gun again, very tiny. Much bigger than his hand. Normal sized gun. Itty bitty toy.
Yeah, that's like a pea shooter, bro. Still always with the two finger trigger though. That's always consistent.
Yeah. That's true. It does have that. Where's the robots? Okay, so it is a different talking entity color in the draft as well. It's just making sure.
This is the part where Beck says come fart poop ass, I guess. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, no shit. The extra confirming dialogue, this sort of thing, like, yeah, it I don't know. It makes it clunkier. It adds a certain element of character. I don't know. I don't know how to balance it either way. It just
feels unnecessary.
It feels weird. It feels weird that he changed it.
Superfluous.
Yeah. Crash.
Barf.
Barf.
Throw up department.
Wham.
That's not bad.
Platter.
Oh god, dude, the gun
different than the previous panel.
It's so bad.
Cracking towards you, doing a panel break. The goo, the shit's breaking over the panels. The goo's leaking out. It's actually kind of cool if it weren't for the fact that this gun is very distracting.
Yes,
change.
Absolutely. Well, it just stands out too much. And because of the inconsistent design, it becomes glaring. Like it just becomes. It's just.
I mean, he also dropped it on the other side of the wall. It wouldn't come through to the kitchen with him.
You're absolutely right about that.
Why does it look like it's bouncing out of? Why does it look like it's bouncing out of his hand in the kitchen?
You're right, dude. That's so bad. Yeah. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, Vito just doesn't think. Vito focuses on the most minute details. He misses. Yeah, he misses the leaves for the bugs. He misses the blades of grass for the field. What the fuck, dude? Oh,
He
Veets.
can't establish proper boundaries. It's the same problem he has with everything. There's no like rules. He doesn't have
With
proper
his
boundaries
life.
communicating with his artist. He doesn't have proper boundaries for like
With
the
his
gun. He doesn't have
fans.
proper boundaries for his fucking outline of his story. He's talking about like doing third charges and half charges and all these other things. Like that's exploring rules to him, is having rules and then just not following them. Not establishing as the like bad faith reading of the rules rather than something that makes you see them in a new light.
Bad
like a
faith
bad
reading.
retcon versus
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just like me playing too many tabletop RPGs. But when you see something that's like, okay, well, this could be read this way where it makes sense, or it could be read this other way that completely destroys the entire game and the concept and like its ability to like function and make sense. Like, well, it must be that second one, right? Like, no.
Yeah.
And that's Vito's idea of exploring the rules is either to like abandon them entirely or just like never have them. Like he can't establish them. I do like these panels. If it weren't for the fact that this doesn't flow.
Yeah,
into
that kind of.
this,
It's kind of a
despite
glaring
this flowing out into this.
It would be like if you went to the Sistine Chapel and there was shit smeared across the middle, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's mostly nice, but there's like a giant smear of shit. Like, I don't.
Different gun.
Kind of ruins the whole thing. Yeah, the
IRL gun.
The gun's crazy, bro.
Different gun again.
And then
yet another different one.
Somehow
he
was able
dripping.
to.
I do like this. This is cool. The goo, the panels, like kind of breaking into each other. I just wish it was consistent.
I feel like he wouldn't have been able to crawl that close to the gun. That's super nitpicky, but like he's in lockers here, and Meteor Man's right next to him, and he's almost back at the gun. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem. Anyway, that's nitpicky, but
yeah. Anyway, yeah. Crap. No, you don't. We're done playing with your little toy for today. Eep. Okay. Anyway, the bandage ad. It makes me think that the original draft was him only actually taking one shot. It was actually a bottle episode. It was actually all in the diner. He probably talked about setting up the soup, but again, that's a flashback to the diner. Well, no, that flashback is to the diner. It's still a bottle episode. Even if it's flashing back to a different time period 2 weeks ago, it doesn't leave the diner.
Dude, no, that
outside of the diner does not feel like it's written at the same time.
That makes so much fucking sense. Yeah, the first shot didn't happen until Meteor Man showed up at the diner. Yeah.
And that's why the bandages are inconsistent. It's because they were added in like afterwards, after a draft was already out.
This story will get pieced together, I'm sure, as it'll be like the hot goss with Maddox. We'll figure out the story of Super Killer.
Crap.
TJ agrees. You're on to something. Yes.
We're done playing with your toy for today. We're done playing with your little toy. Little toy. Yeah, that's all the same.
That's not bad. It's an okay panel.
The for today feels unnecessary in it. It feels like a Chekhov gun to a future event when he's going to die and the universe is going to explode. And not in the sense it's going to like subvert expectations, just in the sense that adds an extra line here when there is only today in this universe. But whatever, he's like extra cocky, I guess. That's fine. Enough games, kid. It's time for you to, let me guess, face the cosmic consequences. What? How'd you know what I was going to say? Do you have psychic powers? How'd you know I was going to say that? Do you have psychic powers? And they kind of like break down. They're talking back and forth. No, you idiot, but I'd have to watch all your movies as part of my mission prep. Did you change the song?
It's funny.
No,
it's kind of like The Boys, but it's okay. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know what the bigger crime is. The fact that you wrote and starred in your own 14-part film franchise, or the fact that half of them are musicals. Scaly fools, you're quite defenseless now. You're quite defenseless. Now face the cosmic consequences. Good catchphrase. Those movies are beloved family classics, you little shit. If those movies weren't any campier, they'd be blowing a Scoutmaster. He's right. Everyone knows the Meteor Man franchise fell off after Meteor Man 6, Attack of the Laser Lizards.
Yeah, this is all right. This is a little funny. I feel like it's a little tonally out of place, but it's funny.
Well, It is a little tonally out of place, but it does establish her as being like, no, man, I'm like obsessed with this franchise. I know this franchise. You're Super Killer's an idiot. Fuck you, Super Killer.
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, why don't you try writing an entire rock opera with an invasion of mutant mole men? Why don't you apologize for calling me a bitch? Why don't you both shut up and take a look at this? This is not the version that he
Changed it to
called her a
Horseface, right?
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Vito's such an idiot, dude. He can't keep anything consistent.
Well,
That's
this
what
is
the
the rough draft.
inconsistency is
Yeah,
consistent.
this is the rough draft, but that's just like this is something that he put together to hand to someone that he like had going down through that was flowing through. Like, mind you, that's like a minor editing error. Like you change a joke, you got to make it consistent throughout. But it's killing the later context of them. It would be like if it's at least he actually did call her a bitch earlier in this draft though. Why don't you try writing an entire rock opera with invasion of mutant mole men? Was it still mutant mole men? Yeah, I just want to see if you had any weird stuff. Why don't you bullshit up and take a look at this, huh? Forgot about the other guy, didn't you, big guy? Bang. Ow.
Ow.
Why,
you little?
Face, little.
You shot me.
You know, this kind of good face there.
Yeah, but I mean, Superman's gay.
I wish I could see the eyes better. It looks like his eyes are bugging out of his face and bloodshot, but I can't fucking tell because the comic's actually this big. We're reading a comic for ants.
Yes, Super Killer Ant Edition.
Yeah. Bounces off his face. I think someone was like, why does he say ow? Shouldn't he not be
Wait, can you
it?
scroll up
Like
a little bit? Sorry, on this one. Okay, I just wanted to see these. Sorry.
It does seem like it's impacting him, right? Like his powers are weakening. I don't know if that's actually what Vito's intending.
Wait, but what is go up a little bit? What is the bang? What is that hole representing? It says bang and then hole. What is the hole? Because it's not his face.
That's the wrong order. So the reading order here is forget about the other gun, didn't you, big guy? You hear the bang, the ping on the face is after the bang. It's probably at the same time, honestly. I don't know. Maybe you do something better with the panels. This is the pot that he shoots.
What?
There's a lot of little stuff like that. Nice shot, genius. Don't you forget that I'm bulletproof? I know, that's why I wasn't aiming for you.
Oh, I see.
He was
but okay, so Krim, he put a hole.
So I went for
it ricocheted off his face. The ricochet should be fucking first. It doesn't make sense to put because that's the hole that the bullet creates. If I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong. That this bang, this middle, that's the hole in the pot from the ricochet. No, or am I?
Well, correct. And what you were saying is correct. If again, we're reading a comic book. But if you look at this like a storyboard, you would have all three of these shots happening simultaneously.
You're right. I'm a fucking
idiot. You would have
idiot.
him say, forget about the other gun, didn't you, big guy? And you would have his face on screen with the reflection, and then the hyper zoom in the middle of the bullet piercing through the metal pot, and you'd be able to kind of make out the texture around it. But you'd have a little bit of visual storytelling that it just happened, that an object was shot rather than a blank void. And then you would switch over to these other panels, giving you a little bit of quick foreshadowing of Chekhov's pot.
Chekhov's chowder.
Yeah, Chekhov's chowder. But you were blocking my shot, so I went for the bounce pass. Take a look. Ugh, disgusting. What the hell is with those? What?
I guess the chowder got all over everywhere. What the fuck, dude?
These are too lined up. It's very
Oh yeah.
odd.
It's like an 8 almost.
They're too straight for how messy everything else is. That's why it stood out to me. He's being held up just by his stretchy skin on his suit. That's pretty funny. That's a good gag.
Okay.
That actually works up there. Or it's just like the freeze frame. I wasn't aiming at you, and it literally he just stops mid-hold. Super Killer like stretches out of his grip as he's sitting there because he's like just like a weird kind of half stretchy guy. This is cool. He's looking mad. You can do it. I like that panel. It's so weird. Ugh, how disgusting. That's gonna leave a stain. Go down here. Kobe. Which I'm not sure again.
That bandage is gone again.
You're talking about the time order. The Kobe line should be here.
Yes. Absolutely. Doesn't make again, it doesn't make sense. It's just like jarring. It's very jarring.
Did you forget about the other gun, big guy? Bang. Ow. Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah, that would have been funny. That would have been really fucking funny.
Yeah, instead he added this here, which wasn't there at all before, which was just
It shouldn't have been.
It's just him like being angry that his thing's all fucked up. It's good. It's a bit. It's a little bit bare for such a large focused panel, but it does like
gets the point across.
Yeah, and
he's imposing.
Check the bandage size again. No bandage.
No bandage.
Once again, I am theorizing. I know these these dates or whatever and all this stuff and like the lettering, but it's like March 2024. This one's April 2024, and that's the page before it. So there's March, and there's April with
what? With what?
Well, I thought I saw the bandage in one of these earlier ones that was from beforehand. But maybe it's just gone. Does that one have a bandage? That one has a bandage.
Yeah.
This is from March.
It's just super fucking inconsistent, man. I think maybe it was also like, we don't have to have it for every panel because it's the rough draft.
Yeah,
and it's super sloppy in this one.
That's true, because you do get like the basic outline, like this, like the Meteor Man like logo and stuff. Like maybe you're like going wishy-washy on that. You're like, well, just like you color in the super suit as an extra layer on top. There's lots of design processes that could have gotten added in, but it is odd to me that it just seems like he added in like 40 pages of comic that weren't there in an original draft.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's get back to actually reading. Good work, moron. You successfully spilled chowder on my crepe. Are you happy? As a clam. Clam chowder. Good joke. I like it. I like puns. Fuck you. We'll fight you. Wonderful. I congratulate you on your great victory over my dry cleaner. But enough of this idiocy. It's time we prepare yourself for. And here's another one of the timing things being awkward. Because you naturally have to, you cannot.
Yeah. You can't read it simultaneously.
Again, as a cartoon storyboard, you would have both of those playing. You might even do a different channel audio, so that one's coming out of the left speaker,
Crim, the audio engineer
right speaker. It's just you can see the timing here where this is supposed to be simultaneous, but it just that's a lot harder to read in a comic. But yeah, it's whatever. It's a thing. Happy as a clam. Prepare yourself for your planetary pummeling. Then he gets mad. He hits him.
I'll show you a cliche, you little prick.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This finishing move, Meteor Strike. I think this is what he was doing with every single one of his earlier punches. And I think in one of the earlier drafts, this is probably what he did to come into the diner as well. Maybe the bank robbery was added because he realized he didn't have a hook while he was going through the process of why he was there. Because a lot of these things, like I said, they seem like they're not answering story beats or moving a story forward. They're answering back end logistical questions.
Yes. It seems like he gave this to Dick or someone. They gave him a bunch of problems, and instead of reworking the existing story, he just added the bank robbery to, like you said, get ahead of them, answer meta questions that he just doesn't want to get criticized for.
Answer meta questions not presented in the text. I'll show you a cliche, you little prick. Prick's an odd choice of word. Most people don't, use that one, but it works. He's just kind of breaking down and swearing, using ye olde swears. Feared by men and gods alike. Finishing move, Meteor Strike.
Meteor
Strike. Good. Yeah, no villain can escape my might. Face the wrath of my Meteor Strike. That doesn't quite flow as well, and that
That's why I'm
That's a
due to
little bit
veto.
Green Lantern. Well, the opening, I can see why he changed that one. It's a little Green Lantern-y, but it doesn't quite flow as well. This one flows. This works. I like this. I don't know about the deformed face. He obviously is like giving way to anger. I don't know if the shading complements that. I don't know.
Well, that's
Whatever.
just like kind of an anime face too, right? I mean,
Yeah. I do like some of like the smoking coming off of it here, but again, that might just be because it's a little bit more, detailed on there. It's hard to tell. I do like this though. This finishing move, this Meteor Strike. I feel like this may have worked better had we not flashed back and seen it used earlier without it being called out.
yes, it would be more effective if just the diner had taken place. Yes, you're right, Krim.
Yeah, exactly. And then back during the actual bank where he's punched out of it. Scrolling down here a bit, he's got we see a wham sound effect, maybe some other sound effects, brace for impact, but he's not talking at all, and there's no like Meteor Strike like being called out.
Yeah, it's not like a finishing
But
move.
like
It's like a normal.
But it obviously is. It obviously is. It warns him against it here. It warns him against him when he's using it here. That he's like preparing for a frontal assault. Like the gun's warning him exactly the same. It's the same attack. It has all the same like setup. It's supposed to have the same payoff, which is why it subverts expectations when it's just a normal kind of hard punch that just sort of sends him against the wall instead of breaking him through it.
Yeah, because this is his finishing move. It says finishing move, so this is supposed to like kill an alien if necessary, like a giant squid monster. So yeah, it doesn't even send him to the fucking wall. Imagine if he had hit that car, dude. That would have looked sick. Like, why stop at the fucking wall?
Well, is there a graph where he showed that? No.
You could keep it in the diner. That's why.
Yeah, is the bank scene something that someone was like, well, why doesn't his punch work? We didn't like what we don't know anything about his punch. That seems like the kind of note the bank scene is meant to address.
Yes. Well, Krim, I agree with you, but am I tripping here, or is this place just called Dimitri? Not even Dimitri's, just Dimitri is the name of the diner that this has been taking place in. If I'm not, oh, okay. Is it the S? It's like it got knocked off. Okay,
down here. It's actually down on the ground in this shot.
That was my fault.
That's a decent enough joke, but it's a lot of distance to travel and it's bouncing. So it's not even directly falling off. It has 2 frames of animation out here when the rest appears to just be like kind of the breaking impact of him hitting the wall, not like
not an additional.
It's one impact.
Yes.
So it's one moment, but there are 2 moments with the bounce. So I can see why you lost it.
Yeah.
It's not directly communicated the fall of it on screen, really. There's the earlier establishing shot of the diner that he says needed to be there for some reason.
Oh, okay, Dimitri's.
As if this one wasn't enough. When he,
yeah, Vito's
when he's yelling at her, but like it's established here too. So I don't know what he's talking about. That needed to be there to establish it. I think Tony just got under his skin. That doesn't matter.
Also,
anyway.
reusing assets. A nice way to reuse assets.
Yeah. So the S is bouncing. Got the diner. Crunch, bang, boom. Huff. He's showing like exhaustion. He's showing that he's tired. He reacted earlier to the bullet. His powers are obviously waning. That's communicated for the most part. This is still a pretty hard punch.
Yes,
but the fact that we didn't, but the fact that we didn't see like the wind up or it just feels like we don't have anything to compare it to.
Yeah, no reference
because he's not Superman.
He's we don't know
Superman.
Yeah, we don't know the extent of it. Like, we don't know the extent of anything. Vito didn't establish rules about Midman, about the super killer organization, about nothing. That's the whole point of the first issue. You establish the rules so the rest of the comics can play inside the rules. That's what makes a good story.
Hope I didn't cripple you too badly. What the damn? You've been skipping arm day, big guy. Barely felt that one. My powers, they're gone. Ah, well, there's a good explanation for that. Damn, you've been skipping arm
about
day,
the
big
same.
guy. I barely
Ba-
even felt that one. They're
Bandage
gone.
is so fucked.
For contained inside that pot is the instrument of your undoing. Meteor Man's ultimate weakness, obviously being overdramatic.
And then
I don't think it's as off. Like again, this is the text, the way it's broken up. This is a problem that I see present in the way the text is broken up in this final version versus this draft versus this, where it's actually still broken up again. It's too big of a block text. Not that it's like overly big, but it
doesn't help
separate the
also.
statements.
It doesn't help in this case. I normally like panel breaks. I don't like that Beck's arm bleeds over. I feel like it creates confusion. I don't know. That might just be me. I just feel like it's already too cluttered, you know?
Yeah, it's too. I don't know. It feels less dramatic the way it's broken up. I don't know. I just wait. Meteor Man's ultimate weakness is shellfish. The text bubbles have been bothering me a lot going through it. I don't know how to really explain a lot of it. It's just they feel wrong to me.
Also, do we really need the shellfish like in a bobble? Like, doesn't everyone kind of know what shellfish is? Why do we need?
Well, this is taking up a quarter of the page.
That's a good point.
Well, I just like in like with a normal script, it's estimated that like a page is like a minute of screen time. In a comic book, it's probably about the same, give or take, depending on the scene. This is like taking up like a quarter of the page, or like a third. This is probably maybe. Like a 2 seconds. Wait, Meteor Man's weakness is shellfish. It's like 4 seconds, where you like it's like a cutaway. And then back. It's literally like you could literally tell it's a cutaway. Like
it's a Family Guy gag.
Well, no, the background is literally cut away. It's that's
a very good point.
It's not there. They're literally cut away. It's a gag. It's like supposed to flash over for half a second. It just takes up a lot more space on
in a cartoon than an animated adult series.
Yeah, but it's like a cutaway and then it's ignored and then the dialogue flows back. This might even look better.
What?
Well,
look better what?
This is the digital version.
Oh God, what is Krim trying to do? What has he done? Krim, what are you doing?
View, page display, show. Don't show.
Just like Vito.
Does it work better this way?
No, I mean not really. I mean, not really.
It's still a bit of a flow break from here because it's got to go here to here rather than here to here, and it's not like confusing or anything. It's not like hard to figure out. It's not
just
like
it's
bad exactly. Yeah, it's just weird. It isn't like doing.
It's just odd, like Vito.
Yeah. See, I knew one shot wouldn't be enough to finish. Are clams shellfish? Like when I hear shellfish, I think of like crabs. I guess they are. They're in a shell. It doesn't matter. I don't think clam when I hear shellfish.
Right.
See, I knew one shot wouldn't be enough to finish you off, but in order to land a second shot, I needed to set up a trap.
Enough to kill you instead of finish you off.
Yeah. So last night I snuck into the local diner. I left a little present behind. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Meteorium?
Dude, this is so stupid. He put fucking Meteorium in the green clam chowder, and that's why it was green. And I hate these types of plots. Travis says, isn't this a kosher diner? I was going to say Meteor Man is Jewish. Anyway, I hate the whole like, well, Super Killer planned this out perfectly and knew exactly how to lead Meteor Man, which means like every single part of what has happened, Super Killer had to account for. And I just think it's lazy. I don't know. It makes a lot more sense if the bank shit didn't happen, which is why I think you're really onto something. But yeah, I just think it's lazy writing to be like, Deus Ex Machina type shit. You know what I mean, Crimcool?
Well, honestly, I don't think Vito would have taken it as a compliment of writing a bottle episode unless this was a bottle episode. I think it genuinely was episode? At one point. Okay, so bottle episode is something that they would do on traditional TV shows. It's that literally, like, it would probably be like one set that they have set up. Not even locations usually. It's like we have one set. The whole show's in this diner set that we have. Everything's here. We're gonna do most of it through exposition. We might have like weird shit coming in from the outside. We might like do like bright lights and flashing things, like something exciting going on outside, and that we're like the hiding witnesses to the thing outside. But like you're trapped there. You're in one place. You can't leave. It's cheap. It's cheap because you're not leaving the location. It's cheap because you don't have more than one set. It's cheap because you just have everyone there at the thing. You're not doing a bunch of like multi-camera, 3-camera set, like studio thing set up. You're like just one place. You're in the bottle. Like vacation episodes and stuff do that a lot.
Or a diner.
Or a diner. And you can do a lot from a diner. You can have like like the walls break in here. You can do other stuff. It works. But I think that originally it probably didn't leave the diner as much. I feel like that's like some sort of expansion that got tacked on at a later stage. I don't know which stage exactly, but a later stage. Okay,
we'll have to keep digging.
Yeah, we're almost through the 40th page here. So, see, I knew one shot would be enough to finish you off, but in order to land a second, I needed a trap. So I snuck into the local diner and left behind a little present. See, these are him talking this time.
Yes.
Not an inner dialogue, though. It looks like both. Who knows? Let me see here. There she is. Meteorium.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
And no one's ever thought to try and use Meteorium like this, Just very novel stuff. It'd be like if Lex Luthor just killed Superman with kryptonite, and then just that's it, just kryptonite. Like it's just lazy, man.
Yeah, it seems cheap and easy to do, and that like the setup doesn't quite pay off. Like it does rely on his cockiness and like his whatever, but like are those Superman traits? Anyway, I knew if I brought this rock to the bank, you'd detect its energy signature immediately. So I had to hope you'd be less perceptive after I put a hole in your chest. Guess I was right. But how did you get your hands on a piece of meteorium? I threw them all into the sun decades ago. So that means that he didn't detect the meteorium to find to find them.
No. Well, yeah, no, and like, so in the new Superman movie, there's a great example of this. When Superman's in the cell and the element guy generates a bunch of kryptonite, he like starts to die, he starts to decay, he starts to become a corpse. Meteor Man seems like it's just sort of an inconvenience. Like it just sort of, it makes you depressed a little bit, like I don't want to get out of bed, and I don't know why. Not like this thing is killing me, this fucking rock is killing me, just seems a little weak for a kryptonite knockoff.
Yeah. Yes. Every Meteor Man fan knows that classic story. Heck, you even made it the finale of Meteor Man 11. Meteor Man gets medieval. Editor's note. It was actually Meteor Man 12. Meteor Man does Miami. That is probably a better use of an editor's note. It's contained within this universe. It's in this universe. It's about like the thing he mentioned earlier. It's something that we couldn't possibly know as the reader. It tells us about this universe in a way that doesn't really matter. It's still just a gag. But it is better than the other ones which reference our universe. Like this one works better. That seems like a note that an editor might have added to a more classic comic, which he has broken away from here, but is about to zoom in on. So
this is a good stopping point.
Yeah. But there's one piece you didn't destroy. The piece in this tiny little drawn comic that actually contains a piece of meteorium on every page because it's the actual page from the comic shrunken down. There's one piece you didn't destroy, a piece you gave to the one person you trusted to keep your darkest secret. You don't mean, that's right, Meteor Man's #1 super pal, Snap Sullivan.
Dun dun dun!
Kid reporter, Snap Sullivan. Here's the comic. It's all blurry. It's not on the page there exactly in the original. That makes sense. He went with it's the same shot, but he zoomed in more to avoid the part where Meteor Man looks fat that people commented on, I believe. on page 1. So he's zoomed in here on the final one to just crib that particular panel.
Well, I feel like it's also better in this version when it's just the like generic pages on the ground and then you zoom in and see the detailed. I just feel like, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but
this transition still feels abrupt because you can't make out that this doesn't look like this. Like there's too much, like you can't see the core elements. I'm pointing it with my finger. That's pointless. There's the gem here. And there's the face here, and those are the core elements of this with this camera. You can't make out his camera, you can't make out his face, and you can't make out the gem. The fat meteor guy, he's on the right, but that's cropped out of this final one. Would have worked a little bit better here. Still not great. But I feel like all of these comic book transitions needed a like intermediary zoom in panel because of the lack of, and now again, this might just be because the comic's so small, though not going to give them the benefit of the doubt, that there's no transition here. It doesn't feel like this is going from this to zooming in. It just like it obviously is, but it doesn't feel like it.
Doesn't feel like it. Yeah.
It doesn't flow. I have to think about it. And like I can think about it and it's an easy problem to solve.
But you shouldn't even have to. It's just like jarring.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be some like more key identifying elements that make that transition, even if it's a secondary like zoom in thing. It's really hard for me to see that there. Then we get another flashback here where we again break away from the
What do you want to stop at this panel? I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah. We might as well. We'll stop here. We'll zoom in. You know what? This is perfect. We'll stop here with another zoom in on Vito's face. Just like we did for the last one.
Who are those guys?
The biggest problem in the universe poster. We've got this cool jacked up reporter jacket with the maxed out collar.
I like that even in Vito's comic, Vito's face is fucking covered up. Like he's,
Well, I think part of that is, one, you noticed how incongruent his fucking beard looked on that character at the gun show. So that's completely avoided by putting the coat over it. And then in addition, it means that you don't really have to like nail any particular aspect of like fat Vito guy. You just kind of have to hit like
glasses, hat, headphones,
hair and mustache. That looks like dick, I guess. But yeah, this is the other picture of Vito in the comic, and then there's a penis over here to the left of Superkiller's face. That his eye is like right there, right above that little penis shape. Is there a penis shape in the draft? Yeah. It's a black penis in the final one, actually.
Well, that checks out. That checks out with Vito. Okay, well. Any other? And we're about to get to the gay BDSM, the Superman gay BDSM. Exciting stuff. I mean,
yeah, he's hinted at it throughout the comic. We'll finally get to see the truth.
All the people who gave him money, I'm sure when they did that, they said, "Boy, I can't wait to read the gay BDSM scene with Superman."
Yeah, I know that was the predominant thing I had on my mind reading the campaign. It's like, wow, I can't wait to see the multiple panels of gay Superman sex. That's what I'm here for.
Well,
I didn't buy the tentacle cover with the big titted lady on it. I bought the gay BDSM Superman cover that was totally right there on the campaign page the whole time.
Yeah, I bought the tentacle rape cover. That was my
yeah, that's yeah, and inside you've got gay porno. You go from it's perfect.
To lolly tentacle rape to gay porno. It's just it checks out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Any final thoughts on this second act 2 of Superkiller? Any final?
The more I look at it and the closer I look at it, the more and more it seems like he didn't. These indie comics, the problem with a lot of them is a lack of editing oversight, a lack of editorial decisions, a lack of cuts. What Vito is doing in his own head, probably can be described as and feels like editing. He is changing things. He's like going through and he's like making edits. But the process of editing itself is a more complete thing on the whole document. Pixel hunting and the equivalent of pixel hunting for your story elements and your dialogue is not, it's not editing. It feels like editing. It feels like you're doing something. Oh man, I wrote a better joke here. Yeah, that might be a better joke, but the original joke flowed with everything else later on better and made those jokes better and made them as a whole a like more all-encompassing joke. He needs to stop micro editing so that he can have a comic. He's like this Beyblade. The Beyblade is like a comic. It's, you know, it's got its bit, it's got the thing here, you know, your story. You got your story, your art, your letters, your action, and your dialogue. You got those parts of a story, right? It's like a Beyblade. And if you like fiddle around with it too much, it fucking falls apart into nothing. I think that's what I would like to end it here with.
right.
You need to take it as a whole. The whole piece is what matters, not. And unfortunately, you can't look at it as a whole piece. So there you go. Let's get this song going.
Well, on that note, please like and subscribe. Patreon.com/afterproblem, and we'll have Young Clippa take us out with Clip and Rippa 3. Pause Reality, W Comment. Thank you everybody for showing up. We love all of you. Bye fans, for fans. Keep on rocking in the free world, and we love all of you.
Yeah. I guess then I would ultimately say that my closing words are that Vito let us down, just to, you know, bring us back there. Clip and Rippa. Hopefully we will be back with the Clippiverse next week. Yeah.
Vito let me down. Vito let me down.
Vito is a cat raper, yet another shit take from a fat faker. Couldn't lift his
Man,
own
this compilation
weight.
over
He's
the
a
first 200
backbreaker.
episodes is
Should
just
admit he's fucking gay. He's a shaft
surreal.
taker. Hey, yo,
It's like
Vito is a
looking at
cat
pictures of an
rapist,
ex-girlfriend.
playing with this pussy's pussy, making stupid faces. Pocket pussy.
You're right,
in
that's
his
exactly
pocket,
what it
is
feels
weirdly
like.
shaped. Wants to kill himself when he sees himself naked. Probably gonna kill himself cause he's bitch made.
He's like 4
Based a
years.
character named Beck on his friend's face and paid the La Blue Girl guy to draw her getting raped. What the fuck? Comics fucking late, already collected pay, way beyond the due date. It's been 800 days. Any complaints about Eric July also apply to Vito Jizzwald with an eye. At this stage, more blubber than Guy. I'm afraid he'll lose his breath trying to get on stage. Watch him get distracted by this beat for days. Days turn to weeks as I nest in the brain, rent free till his next cat leaves. Vito let me down. He's not in the ground yet, but he still let me down. Yes, Vito let me down. I did everything
4 years in
I could put
Oinktober.
you on. Introduce you to a dick named Master Son. Vito's still alive, but I don't think for long. Vito's still alive,
but I don't think for long.
I don't think Vito will live long enough for SK to deliver.
And it still has it. Where's my physical copy?
Has a fatty liver. Obviously
It has a fatty liver.
Vito's not
Not a pedophile.
but his
But his comics are taking a while, yeah.
But
But his comics are taking a while.
But his comics are taking a
while. Good night.